We are live at Coletco for Saturday night. Saturday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. I'm going to find the box of 45s that I was sort of kind of working on last night. Do we know, do we have any new Japanese stuff in the office? Maybe not unboxed, or yeah, if not, we'll be auctioning off vintage OG stuff all night, which is okay with me if it's okay with y'all. I'm looking for a box of records, Jake. That's more stuff I got to price too. We'll have to do that after the fact. Oh, where it is. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There's probably already people on over there commenting. Guess I won't show them. Like a big white long box of 45s. Maybe Tanner's seen it. Maybe my mom's done something with it. I don't know. Okay, let's see what we got going on over here in the comment section. I've been over here looking for a box of records that I can't seem to find. Maybe Tanner or Paul, somebody else, Jake, or Jake's right here. I don't know what's happened to it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is start sharing the feed. This isn't frozen, it's live. There's my hand. I'm just been away from the camera. I'm walking back away from it again right now. Jake's found them. Where were they? Underneath boxes. Yeah. Most of them's not really priced, but I know what to price them for. There's some stuff in there I want to auction too. I thought I took pictures of them last night too. I could have swore I did. I'm going to go through my photos right now. Oh, I know what I did. I took them on my other phone. I was like, where are those photos at? I'm probably going to go ahead and make another post. That way, in case people see the link, they can hop on. So I'm trying to do a mass sharing. Please like the actual live post. I see we have 53 people watching, and the actual post has 3 likes. So if you can do me a favor and actually share or like the post, but not only that, share it. That's very helpful. So let me do some airdropping here. See if it works. There we go. Let me send myself some pictures right quick. Sent. Done. I'm actually going to try to make this into a post right quick. Let me get this link shared for the group. It's Saturday, so when you're on, everybody let me know where you're watching from. I'll ask again much later when we got everybody on. I'm going to see where everybody's watching from Saturday night, but go ahead and let me know right now where you're watching from. That would be great. I knew I had more really good records that somewhere, and I have located them. Did I not take 9 pictures? Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll use these here very quickly. Yeah, those look pretty good. I'm actually going to make a post while I'm live with some of these. That way, I hate taking pictures of stuff for hype and then not being able to use it. So let's do this here. Boom. I've made another post in the group where people can find us. Let me go here and share the live link. If you haven't already, please share and like and comment where you're watching from. I'm in the process of doing some heavy sharing and actually posting. And if anybody's curious, I just posted 8, technically 9 pictures, but 8 really good 45s that's going to be featured in auctions tonight. And I'm going to make that other post here on the Instagram and also get our live feed shared. So let me cancel all that out. Go back over here. Everybody's probably like, dang, what is Chad doing? A lot of posting. Gotta let everybody know we're selling. All right, there's that. Now, the YouTube link. Let me do that now. Let's see. There we are. It is the 29th. It's the end of the week, and it's pretty much the end of the month. End of the week and end of the month. So, let's do that. Let's go over here to our Instagram story and post this last thing. Then we're going to start showing records. Link. And live now. All right. Let's go to chat, where I can see everybody's comments. And as promised, I'm going to show a few puzzles. That's how we're going to start. All right. Now, I'm ready to start selling stuff. I hope you're all ready to start buying. If you're not here to buy, then I hope you can get in the mood very quickly. It's Saturday. You want to add as much to your invoice as possible, right? Absolutely. There's the Cure Porno Graffiti that I believe will be auctioned at some point tonight. And I'm going to show a few puzzles. A couple of these have already been pre-claimed, but I'm going to show them in case anybody wants on a waiting list. The first is Kiss Dynasty. If anybody else wants one, let me know, but this is sold to Jerry Stone. Kiss Dynasty. These are 500-piece puzzles from Rocksaw, which is a UK import. That is $24.99. So they're all $24.99, but Kiss Dynasty is sold to Jerry Stone. We have Metallica, Master of Puppets. These are ones that have just come in. If anybody wants on the waiting list for Dynasty, let me know. There's Power Slave. This one's already sold. Power Slave has already been spoken for, also to Jerry Stone. But if anybody else wants another one, let me know. If you're looking for other Iron Maiden puzzles, there's Iron Maiden Killers. Here's one of our all-time best sellers, because what awesome artwork, right? This is Rush Fly By Night. Rush Fly By Night. We also have the Ramones, Road to Ruin. Haven't had that one in a long time. I didn't think I'd ever had it at all. And here's an Iron Maiden we've never had before. This is Run to the Hills. I've never had that one before. That's actually not an album. That's a 12-inch single or single. Of course, Iron Maiden Run to the Hills. I think that artwork is from the 12-inch single. Scott Smith wants the Rush puzzle. That's sold to Scott Smith. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. And I have also one of our all-time best sellers, because look at the artwork. These are 500-piece puzzles. This is Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. So there's Elton John. We have Iron Maiden Run to the Hills. That's $24.99. The Ramones, Road to Ruin. These are all $24.99. Iron Maiden Killers. And Metallica, Master of Puppets. So we sold Rush. We've sold Elton John to Carlene Rollins. Sell that to Carlene. If anybody else wants one, let me know. I'm probably going to order more of those. There's Run to the Hills, Road to Ruin, Killers, and Master of Puppets. Those are 500-piece puzzles from Rocksaws on that. So I think the Japanese stuff we have tonight is going to be the ones that I didn't get to last night, which have never been shown before. And then I'll see what's left from the ones before. I don't think they make any deep purple ones, Chris. No deep purple puzzles from what I understand. Now, let's see what I missed here. What's the White Label 45? That's actually the Immigrant Song 45. That's a single-sided record. I'll be auctioned off at some point. Check instant message. We will do that as soon as possible. Did everyone see Chad's face on his YouTube video? What's the measurement of a completed puzzle? That would be a question for Jerry Stone. I bet he can help us with that. I guess they're about the same size as the album cover. Yes, lots of people's like, wow, Chad, I didn't know what you look like. I've been watching for a few months now, 6 months now, 8 months, and I've only ever seen your face. That's the crate I need right there. Yeah, I'm not for sure. If they're the same size as an album cover, then they'll work. Perfectly packed today. Listen, beautiful, immaculate. Thank you. Thank you. Glad it arrived safely. That's great for both of us. All right, let's go through a warm-up crate. Let's go through this. Let's figure out which crate we're going to go through first. Let's go through, let's see. I don't know. We'll figure out something to go through first. Not this one. We've been through that one several times this week. Let me try to find our first crate of our newest new vinyl. So Paul's got us 2 crates to price. He's got some stuff ultrasonically clean for us. And let's go through some of these new arrivals. And let's see, Black Sabbath, Ozzy. We'll probably go through both of these crates at some point tonight. But let's start with some of these newest ones first. Alrighty, that stuff I got a price, Tanner. Most of it's there's waiting list, but we'll have to do that after the sale very quickly. But yeah, if I can get the price sheet, I can note some of it very quickly because I have most of them in my head. All right. Jerry Stone says they're just a little larger than an album. They're 15 by 15, so they won't fit in our album frames, but they're a 15 by 15 when they're finished. And I've got a few other ones that I don't think has been shown before. I forgot about a few more, Jerry and everybody else. I'll show those in just a second. Let's go ahead and start showing some vinyl. Fleetwood Mac's self-titled debut album. This is $31.99. It's new and sealed. It says 1975 breakout smash release, which is, I guess, true. This is basically a new era. The new era of Fleetwood Mac began with this album. This is the Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie, Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, and Stevie Nicks era. Monday Morning, Warm Ways, Blue Letter, of course, Rhiannon, Over My Head, Crystal, Say You Love Me, Landslide, World Turning, Sugar Daddy, I'm So Afraid. That is $31.99. Fleetwood Mac self-titled, $31.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Wasta Revolution, green and black splatter vinyl. That was a new release for Friday. We still have both of those, $31.99. Denise Harrison wants Fleetwood Mac self-titled. That's sold to Denise. That was my last copy. I think we got a restock. Nope, I had two of them. I was about to say. I didn't know if I'd sold out of that one or some of the other ones I'm about to show you. So I do have one more copy of that Fleetwood Mac album. I can't tell you a lot about Bob other than it's a green and black splatter vinyl. I think this originally came out in the mid-70s, 1974. That's Rasta Revolution, green and black splatter vinyl. Ike and Tina Turner, The Hunter, $33.99 for Ike and Tina Turner, The Hunter. That is $33.99. I have that available. And also Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. Here's the other Fleetwood Mac we have back in stock for this week. Remastered 180-gram vinyl. The big hits on this one is Everywhere. I Want to Be With You Everywhere. Little Lies is also on here. Big Love was released as a single as well, I believe. That's $29.99. And the other Fleetwood Mac is Fleetwood Mac Mirage, $29.99. Fleetwood Mac Mirage. That's also remastered, $29.99. Has one of my favorites on here, Gypsy. What a great song. Also, Hold Me, Oh Diane. That's $29.99. Jerry, I think there's another one coming up. I was going to pull it when I found the other one. I'll go ahead and pull it now. Pull this and sell this to Jerry Stone. Ike and Tina Turner, The Hunter, $33.99. The Cramps, this is a live show from The Cramps. The complete show, live at Santa Monica Civic Center, California, the 15th of August, 1980, and that's an FM broadcast on The Cramps, $36.99. Kelly Gabney wants Fleetwood Mac Mirage. That's sold to Kelly Gabney, and that was our last copy of that one, I think. Now, since we're on a Fleetwood Mac run, I'm going to show you the most popular Fleetwood Mac, pretty much the best. I do have another copy of Mirage over here in the bins. So if anybody else wants a copy of Mirage, I do have one in our Fleetwood Mac section. Okay, I was going to say, yeah. I figured we still had some because a lot of people probably come in the store and they see these, and let me explain them to you. I've got two different versions of Rumors. I've got a single LP that is $31.99. This is a great sounding record. It's a single LP remaster of Rumors, $31.99. Secondhand News, Dreams, Never Going Back Again, Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way, Songbird, The Chain, You Make Love and Fun, I Don't Want to Know, Oh Daddy, Go Dust Woman. It's a classic. That's $31.99. Now for $59.99, you can get Rumors in the best sounding format ever made. It's pressed at Palace, which is a pressing plant in Germany. It plays at a 45 RPM. It's 2 LPs. This record sounds incredible. The other night I was thinking about opening another one. I think I've got 2 or 3 of these in various crates throughout my collection because I've opened them up here at the store when I really want to listen to it. It sounds like you're in the room with Fleetwood Mac. And I sell a lot of these in the store because probably people come to the store that don't really know a lot about what's going on here. They see one for $32 and they see one for $60 and they're probably like, why is this one 30 and why is this one 60, other than it's just 2 LPs? They probably have no idea how incredible sounding this is. So if anybody needs a copy of Rumors, if sound quality isn't too important, you can get the $31.99, but this will blow you away if you have the right equipment. Jerry Stone also wants the Iron Maiden Killers puzzle. Iron Maiden Killers puzzle. Let's go ahead and pull that for Jerry Stone as well. So that leaves Master of Puppets, the Ramones, and the Run to the Hills. So, all right, there's that. So there's Rumors. I think I've went through most of Fleetwood Mac's discography. Black Label Society, Sonic Brew. This is a 20th anniversary, $31.99 for Sonic Brew. This is all of the Black Label Societies we show are on colored vinyl. This is blue, black, and silver swirl vinyl, has a poster, $31.99 for Black Label Society. This was a new release for this week, which is a Grateful Dead live box set. They're live in Washington, D.C. at RFK Stadium, 1973, June 10th. That's $179.99. $179.99. Kelly Cook says Sonic Brew, which is, that's the Cramps. Somebody just asked about that. There's Sonic Brew for Kelly Cook. The Cramps is a live show from 1980, $36.99. It's called Erg, the complete show, Santa Monica Civic Center. There's the Grateful Dead. The new Dr. John is on purple, yellow, and green vinyl. That's a triple LP, $49.99. That's called High Priest of Psychedelic Voodoo. Pretty cool artwork on that, $49.99. And Black Label Society, here's 1919 Eternal, purple vinyl. This one does have a seam split on it, does have a seam crackle, $39.99. That is on purple vinyl. Prince, Come, $31.99. New reissue, Come Get Wild, Peace. That was a quote from Prince featuring Let It Go and Dark, $31.99. We had a big pre-sale on those, and that's the two I have left, $31.99. And Slayer, Hell Awaits, velvet red marbled vinyl with lyric photo insert and large poster, $36.99 for Slayer. That's actually the last copy that we have. Brandi Carlile, The Firewatcher's Daughter, that's on white vinyl, $33.99. 2 LP white vinyl for Brandi Carlile. Several people have recommended this week, and we have sold a bunch of them. That's Raised by Rap, 50 Years of Hip Hop, $44.99. $44.99, Raised by Rap. Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. This is pretty much an on-sale price at $34.99. This is the 2 LP expanded or deluxe edition of Tattoo You, $34.99, remastered. Love Sexy is the other new Prince album for this week, $31.99 for Love Sexy. Brandi Carlile, By the Way, I Forgive You, is $31.99. Radiohead, we're about to get into a slew of some Radioheads. The first one is Amnesiac, $46.99. Mark Querum says he'll take the Fleetwood Mac Palace. He wants the Fleetwood Mac $60 version, which is the 45 RPM Impressive Palace. Sell that to Mark Querum. I have sold a lot of those. I'd say a lot of people watching right now own that. We have 135 viewers. I bet the majority of people watching own a Fleetwood Mac Palace pressing. That is one of our best sellers of all time. Also, not Fleetwood Mac, Radiohead in Rainbows, $44.99. Radiohead OK Computer, $46.99. And a new release, Ned's Atomic Dustbin, Are You Normal, for Music on Vinyl, $39.99. So that was our warm-up crate of vinyl. We're going to go through some new vintage stuff right now, and I'm going to go ahead and get auction started. First, we have Ned's Atomic Dustbin. We have Radiohead OK Computer, Radiohead in Rainbows, and Radiohead Amnesiac. Brandi Carlile, Prince, The Rolling Stones, Raised by Hip Hop, a hip hop compilation. Brandi Carlile, Slayer, Prince, Black Label Society, Dr. John, Grateful Dead, The Cramps, Fleetwood Mac, Bob Marley. A lot of people I've been asking about this Cramps album because that looks kind of like that album of theirs that's very popular that's out of print. Somebody please tell me the name of it. It's yellow, has that guy's face on it in black. That Cramps album has been out of print for a long time. It's a very desirable album. It's been out of print for a long time, though. Bad Music for Bad People. Thank you, Aaron. Yes, that's it. If that ever comes back into print, I'll definitely do some kind of pre-sale or restock reminder. I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of these Fleetwood Mac albums over here to the Fleetwood Mac bin. If anybody wants Rumors, Self-Titled, Mirage, or Tango in the Night, we have all those in stock. And self-titled. I think I already said that. The only other Fleetwood Mac that I have that's from that era, I do have one live bluesy Fleetwood Mac, but I have Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits is $31.99. That's the only other Fleetwood Mac album I have, Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. 8-time platinum on that. Boy, they've made a lot of money, haven't they? They've sold a lot of records. All right, let's go through our first crate of vintage stuff. Paul says he's got some really good stuff for us. A lot of it's ultrasonically cleaned. And I'm going to go ahead and see what we have in our Japanese bin. I have the rest of the Japanese stuff we didn't get to tonight. And I got 45s to auction, too. I just posted a hot picture. When I went live, I also posted a hot picture of... Also posted a hot picture of some 45s. We're going to start auctioning those in soon. Denise says she'll take a Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits. No new tonight. No, we're going to work on them during the sale. We're about to start pricing them. There is a crate, and as soon as we get it all priced and the pre-orders pulled, we'll show those. But yes, it's a lot of LA Guns and Turnpike Troubadours. I did a couple big restocks on a couple artists. That's sold to Denise. So our first two Japanese are going to be Beach Boys and Monkey's Greatest Hits comps. Let me flip through this first crate and see what Paul has us for tonight. Some of this was in the hot picture that I posted not too long ago. And if you hear me say USC, that means ultrasonically cleaned. That means ultrasonically cleaned. But I'll probably just say ultrasonically cleaned. I told Paul, I don't know if I'm going to say USC too much. I think of the Trojans. Not really a fan. Okay. I don't have anything against them, but... Judas Priest, Rockarola, EX condition, $29.99, 1984 US press, and we've ultrasonically cleaned it. EX29, whoa, Led Zeppelin 2 in shrink wrap and hype sticker.
Seen that hype sticker?
I have pictures of. I don't think I've ever owned one, no. And on the back, wow. What mix is it? Is it the good mix? Oh, not the good mix.
4-digit though.
Wow.
But
yeah. MO? Yeah. I have a feeling there'll be some people want to bid on that in a second. Okay, Judas Priest is sold to Chris D. Lorenzo. Chris D. Lorenzo on Judas Priest. John Lang, you were second. We have Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. Herbie Hancock is VG Plus, $59.99. Beginning of side 2 has some clicks, otherwise plays great. That's a 1968 US First Press label. Ultrasonically clean. Herbie Hancock, that is sold to Dave Plunkett. Speak Like a Child, that's on Blue Note. He says, never mind. Herbie's a VG Plus, $59.99. Speaks Like a Child, beginning of side 2 has some clicks, otherwise plays great. 1968 US First Press, VG Plus, $59.99. Ornette Coleman and Primetime, Virgin Beauty. That is EX 1999, gold stamp promo. The sleeve has some condition issues. Other than that, the vinyl's very clean at EX 1999. Lady Day, a collection of classic jazz, Billie Holiday. That's Good Plus, $12.99. That's a 1954 Deep Groove Mono. 1954 Deep Groove Mono, Good Plus, $12.99. The best of Herbie Hancock, EX condition, $24.99. That was not bad at EX. Looks like about a VG or VG Plus jacket. Blue Note label. That's EX condition, $24.99 on Herbie Hancock. Giants, VG Plus, $17.99. Santana and Herbie Hancock. Giants is Santana and Herbie Hancock. VG Plus condition, $17.99. I bet that sounds pretty cool. The Eagles, live, VG Plus condition, $21.99. That's a 2LP gatefold of Eagles live. The Trogs, Wild Thing, good condition, $9.99. That is the original label, Wild Thing. That is graded G for good, $9.99. The Beach Boys. Let's take a look at our first couple of Japanese auctions for tonight. I've also got a big slew of metal CDs and a big new slew of 45s. Slew. That's tonight's word. It means a bunch. The Beach Boys is a 2LP near mint, minus, and pristine Japanese pressing. The name of the album is also called The Beach Boys. It's a compilation of great music by the Beach Boys. And I don't have to read you a track list. I think you know what's coming there. Good Vibration, Sloop John B, Surfing USA, etc. That's a $35 start. That's called The Beach Boys, The Beach Boys. It's a 2 LP greatest hits. $35 start on that. Check this out. The Monkees, Golden Story. The Monkees, Golden Story. This is also a compilation. It's a 2 LP, I believe. Yes, 2 LP from the Monkees, Golden Story. So that's a lot of Monkees music. $35 start as well. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. I'll have to give the cover a VG plus, not because of any rips or tears, but purely just based on the foxing. Has a little bit of foxing on the gatefold and the lyric insert. Another great compilation. You can see a little bit of the foxing. Does have the Obi. If you're purely worried about the vinyl, it is very nice. There's Davy Jones. $35 start for the Monkees Golden Story. That's a 2 LP. That's a lot of Monkees music. Okay, so back up to the top. Metal CDs. Had me at metal. Yeah, I know. They're unfortunately not vinyl. If all this was vinyl, it would be the greatest Coletco show ever, because I don't think some of this has ever been released on vinyl. But we got everything from The Cult to Peter Criss and Dokken, and I see Dream Evil and Crimson Glory, and it's a lot of stuff that's never been released on vinyl. So it's Paul says there's some rare CDs in there, so we're going to hit those in just a second. Carol Seeley wants the Santana album, which was called Giants. That's sold to Carol Seeley. What was the first Herbie Hancock? That was Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child. VG Plus $59.99. VG Plus condition. Beach Boys 35, Beach Boys 37, Beach Boys 40, Beach Boys 45. We have Dexter Gordon live at Amsterdam, Paradiso Volume 1. VG Plus $16.99. That's a Spanish import. Dexter Gordon live at the Amsterdam Paradiso Volume 1. VG Plus condition $16.99. The Ornette Coleman was called Ornette Coleman and Primetime Virgin Beauty EX 1999. The sleeve has some condition problems. What year on the Herbie Hancock Greatest Hits? Let me see if I can date that for you. Based on the Blue Note label, I was going to say late 70s. And based on this picture of Herbie, this is 50, 60, 71. Earlier 70s. 71. Best of Herbie Hancock. Or would that be X1? Would that be 69? It was LXX1. That would be either 71 or 69, I believe. ZZ Top Tres Hombres is VG Plus $24.99. This is on the original label. The top seam does have some splitting, so about a VG or VG minus cover, but that is the original label. VG Plus condition $24.99. Next is, what was the Billie Holiday? The Billie Holiday year was, that was a 1954 Deep Groove Mono, Good Plus, $12.99. Derek Whedon wants the ZZ Top. So update on our auctions. The Beach Boys is at 45 with Thomas Bowman. Gerard Cacciatore says he's out. So that's a final call for 45, and we're still looking for a $35 opening spot bid on the Monkees Golden Story. Billy Preston, I Wrote a Simple Song. Billy Preston is VG Plus condition, $17.99. That's a 71 Monarch. VG Plus, $17.99. Superman 2 soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack to Superman 2, VG Plus $17.99, VG Plus $17.99. Heads, Hands, and Feet, Old Soldiers Never Die, VG Plus condition, $9.99. Robbie Peart, Jumpin' in Nigel maybe. That is EX $79.99. Rare 1978 Jamaican import reggae. Robbie Peart, or Pert. I used to say Neil Peart, but it was spelt the same way. Peart. Negril. That is EX $79.99. There's a little of nightly nudity, cartoon nudity. Grand Funk, E Pluberous Funk. This is EX condition, $36.99. That is a 71 Winchester press with the original insert. Let's go ahead and sell the Beach Boys to Thomas Bowman for $45. If anybody wants the Monkees Golden Story 2 LP compilation, Japanese pressing, it's now a buy it now, first come, first serve for $35 if anybody wants it. The Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, EX condition, $27.99. EX condition, $27.99. Very clean looking copy, and it has the original custom inner sleeve with it, $27.99. That's a Rolling Stones compilation. All right, let me find the 45s I had pulled for auction. I do have more Japanese pressings, but the first one's going to be right here. We're going to do a lot. And you probably, if you just got on Facebook and got here to our show, you probably hadn't had a lot of time to see these that I posted, but that's okay, because that's just okay. Make sure this is all of them here. Yeah, I think this is all of them. I have a whole lot of Huey Lewis and the News. Huey Lewis and the News. Check these out. Just like we were selling Madonna and some of the other picture sleeve lots. This one's really cool by itself. Power of Love, white label promo, Huey Lewis and the News, from the motion picture Back to the Future. Now that's cool by itself. I figured that one needed to be by itself. But we're going to sell a whole lot of Huey Lewis. Another white label promo, The Heart of Rock and Roll. Another white label promo, Heart of Rock and Roll. Also Walking on a Thin Line, white label promo. These are all near mint minus as well, pretty much near mint or unplayed. Heart and Soul, that's a stock copy in the original picture sleeve. If This Is It, original stock copy, and another Heart of Rock and Roll in a Chrysalis Company sleeve, a white label promo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are going to be auctioned together. That's how we're going to do these. We're going to auction these 6 Huey Lewis together, and the opening bid is $35. $35. So 1, 2, I think 3 of them were promos and 3 of them were stock copies. They're all near mint, and this includes Power of Love from Back to the Future. That's really cool. 35 Calvins at 40. And yes, let me go ahead and auction the Cure record. Jason, no new Cure records, but we do have an OG here. This is going to be a $55 start. This is the Cure Pornography. It's going to be a $55 start. It's an EX condition. It's an original 1982 press with an original inner sleeve. It has an inaudible mark on side 2. That's why we're calling it EX. If you look at side 1 here, it looks near mint minus. Side 2 does too, except for this one little inaudible mark. It looks like a scuff. Does not affect playback. The vinyl is beautiful. The cover is VG or VG plus. It has, looks like where a sticker got peeled off. Does show some signs of wear on the back. But the vinyl is very, very nice. That's a $55 start. That's an OG, the Cure Pornography, and it includes the original inner sleeve. That's a $55 start. The Huey Lewis lot was at $35, $40, $35, $45, now $50. Let's see what else we have in the crate. Smokey and the Bandit soundtrack, EX condition, $27.99. EX condition, $27.99. That's the original Smokey and the Bandit soundtrack. That's a 77 US press. 77 US press. Muse Blues, Rabbit Muse, EX $79.99. Rare Private Press Blues, Rabbit Muse, Muse Blues. And that was $79.99 EX condition. That's on a private label called Outlet. Rocky Mountain, Virginia. That's where it's from. EX $79.99. The Poppers, Ellis Island. The Poppers, Ellis Island. EX $21.99. Joe Henderson, multiple. Joe Henderson is VG Plus, $99.99. It has some clicks on the run-in on both sides. Outside of that, it plays great. Paul says it's a promo. It has been ultrasonically cleaned. This is Joe Henderson, and it looks like this was from a radio station. It has a promo copy, not for sale. That's Joe Henderson multiple. VG Plus condition, $99.99. It even has notes and even a solid A for this LP. Has like a call notes from the radio station. VG Plus 99 on that. Huey Lewis lots at 50, 50, 52, 55, 55. We have like 4 different bidders on Huey Lewis right now. 4 different bidders on Huey Lewis. And the Cure Pornography, we're looking for a $55 start on that. The Huey Lewis 45s are at 57. Kiss Alive, first label PRC press, $39.99. Sides 1 and 3 are EX, EX Plus. Side 4 is VG. Somebody really likes side 4. That's $39.99 for Kiss Alive, $39.99. We have Power Rock. I believe this is a compilation box set. This is EX, $24.99. It's a 3LP rock comp. EX condition, $24.99. 3LP rock comp on Super Rock. I almost said Surfer Rock. Super Rock, $24.99 on Super Rock. Huey Lewis, $55.57. And Jason has bid $55 on the Cure. Brent's at $57. Edwards at $60. I must have missed those. I thought all those were Huey Lewis bids. Yeah, I do see it now. Jason bid $55 on the Cure. Okay, so now the Cure is at $60. Huey Lewis is at $57, now $60. I'll just let y'all bid. I'll get all those updated in just a second. The Magical Music of Walt Disney. 50 years of original motion picture soundtracks. EX condition, $34.99. It's a 4 LP box set and book. The Magic of Walt Disney. EX, $34.99. The Incredible String Band. The Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. VG Plus, $14.99. Paul says excellent album, and it has the lyric sheet with it. VG Plus, $14.99. We make sure I didn't miss any claims in all those bids. Huey, Huey, Huey. Huey, Huey, Huey. Cure, Cure, Cure. More Huey, more Cure. And Dale Shannon wants the Disney box set. Dale Shannon first to the Disney box set. Jason Fortinrat's at 65 on the Cure. Joe was second on the Disney box. Sherry, you were third. Badfinger, no dice. VG Plus condition, $24.99. Badfinger, no dice. VG Plus condition, $24.99. The Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon. The Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon. VG Plus condition, $14.99. Willie Nelson, Stardust. Willie Nelson is VG Plus condition, $16.99. Dr. Hook, Sloppy Seconds. Dr. Hook is EX, $17.99. Lisa's first on Charlie Daniels Band. Sell that to Lisa Montgomery. John Sebastian Songbook, Volume 1. John Sebastian, Hype Sticker, is featured in the Woodstock movie singing Younger Generation. VG Plus, $11.99. VG Plus, $11.99. Johnny Beecher, or Betcher. It's two E's. I'm going to say Beecher. Saks Fifth Avenue. VG Plus, $16.99. Johnny Beecher. The Who, Tommy, an original Decca pressing. EX, $36.99 with the booklet. Well, let me make sure it is on Decca. EX condition, $36.99. It does say Decca. I believe it is. EX, $36.99. Grand Funk Survival in shrink wrap with the hype sticker on the back that says include color photos of Mark, Don, and Mel. And it includes the photos. The vinyl is EX, $22.99. Grand Funk Survival. And the Rolling Stones Undercover is EX, $27.99. Let's get everybody updated on our auctions. They're both at $70. We have a lot of Huey Lewis 45s. The Power of Love, The Heart of Rock and Roll, Walking on a Thin Line, Heart and Soul, If This Is It, and The Heart of Rock and Roll, a promo copy, no picture sleeve. It is in the original Chrysalis company sleeve. The Power of Love has from the motion picture Back to the Future, and those are white label promos. That's a white label promo, stock copy, stock copy, stock copy, and another white label promo. High bid on those are with Calvin Ward at $70. That's going once, going twice. That's a nice lot of Huey Lewis in the News. All right. We have The Cure Pornography. Ed Adamowicz is at $70. Ed's at $70 on The Cure. Jason Fortinrat is out. This is The Cure Pornography. Ed Adamowicz is at $70. That's the high bid. Jason Fortinrat's now at $75. About a VG cover, and the vinyl overall, side 1 is near mint minus, side 2 is EX plus. That's just because it has a non-audible mark. Brent says he's out on The Cure. Brian C. wants the Rolling Stones. Jason's back in on 75. And we have Huey Lewis at $70, and that was going once, going twice. All right, let's run through these one more time. Some great LPs in there, especially for jazz. There's several classic rock albums still available. I'm going to read those one more time. Let me show you a pile of, let me figure out where those are at. Let's do some $6.99 45s. And Tanner, I don't have these marked either, but they're all going to be $6.99. We got some $6.99 45s. I got a bunch more ready for you tonight. First stack is great. We have Sade, Paradise. Sade, that's from Stronger Than Pride, 1988. And if I show you a 45 from this batch, most of them are going to look like this, a white label promo, near mint minus unplayed. So I might not even say it on all of them, but most of them are going to be white label promos. Sade is sold to Lisa Montgomery. These are $6.99. Olivia Newton-John, Please, Mr. Please. Olivia Newton-John from 1975. Please, Mr. Please. $6.99. Let's see promo or stock. White label promo in mono. $6.99. Olivia Newton-John. White label promo with the picture sleeve. KC and the Sunshine Band. Keep it coming, love. Baby, I love you. With the picture sleeve. $6.99 on KC. Genesis, Invisible Touch. Genesis, Invisible Touch. And The Last Domino with the picture sleeve. $6.99 for Genesis. The Police, King of Pain. From Synchronicity. Does have a little bit of writing right there, but that is $6.99. The Pretenders, Back on the Chain Gang. The Pretenders, Back on the Chain Gang. And Urban Cowboy. This is Mickey Gilley, Stand By Me. And the Unstrung Heroes, Cotton Eye Joe. $6.99. Okay. Final call on Huey Lewis. Calvin Ward has these for $70. Final call. Ed Adamowicz, let me know if you're in or out on the Cure, because Jason's at 75. Ed, this says he's out. Ed says he's out. David, I will let you know on the Kiss Alive in just a second. Lisa got Sade. Stacy wants Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's also $6.99. Mark Fallon wants Police and Genesis. Those are both sold to Mark Fallon. Brian C., you were second. Lisa Montgomery wants Urban Cowboy. Pamela Green gets the Pretenders. And that just leaves Olivia Newton-John, Please, Mr. Please. Please, Mr. Please, which was a double-sided white label promo. $6.99 on that. Olivia is still available. Near mint, minus, and unplayed. There's handful number 1 of the 45s. And we got metal CDs, and we got albums. We're going to be going back and forth like we was the other night, or last night. We're going to show a lot of albums, but we're also going to do a lot of auctions and a lot of other stuff. A lot of other stuff. One more quick run through these. The Eagles Live, VG Plus $21.99. The Trogs Wild Thing, $9.99. G Condition, good. Herbie Hancock, Speak Like a Child, VG Plus $59.99. Dexter Gordon, live at the Amsterdam Paradiso, VG Plus $16.99. David Tate wants Eagles Live, that's so did David Tate. Ornette Coleman was EX $19.99. The Best of Herbie Hancock, EX $24.99. Billie Holiday was Good Plus, $12.99. Billy Preston, I Wrote a Simple Song, VG Plus $17.99. Superman 2 was VG Plus $17.99. And Heads, Hands, and Feet, Old Soldiers Never Die. That's VG Plus $9.99. Lisa Montgomery will take the Billie Holiday. Sherry Martell wants Superman 2. Let's go ahead and sell Huey Lewis to Calvin Ward for $70. And let's sell possibly our number 1 Cure fan, Jason Fornerat, the Cure Pornography, for $75. I'm going to lay that right there on the corner. Before I finish this crate, I'm going to put up some more 45s for auction. Now I've got several singles to auction. This is really cool, especially if you're a Led Zeppelin fan like myself. This is really cool. It is the Immigrant Song, OG 1970. OG 1970. Single-sided promo. There's no music on side 2. It's a single-sided release. The Immigrant Song, you can tell it was definitely at a radio station. It has some marks, something after Cold as Alaska or something. I'm not for sure what they were denoting there, but that is from 1970. The Dead Wax reads, "Do what thou will shall be something something." That is a $10 start. Single-sided Immigrant Song in the original Atlantic inner sleeve. This is a single-sided promo. $10 start. It plays like a VG Plus. I played it loud. It plays like a VG Plus. Not too easy to get. First time I've seen one. Let's see. Next comment was go back to the Coleman. The Ornette Coleman was called Ornette Coleman in Primetime, Virgin Beauty, EX $19.99. The sleeve condition there is some condition problems with the sleeve. Led Zeppelin's at 10 and now 30 with Mark Fallon. That was a quick jump. Mark says he really wants it. You're going to have to outbid him. Feel free to, though. I'm sure he would love to be outbid. I don't know a lot about this next band other than it's Japanese metal. This is called Grand Metal. And I believe that is Japanese metal. This is going to be a $35 start for Grand Metal. It's a 2 LP, Japanese pressing with Obi. We got some killer 45s. Stacy, I don't have any warrants, but I do have some rats to auction. Grand Metal, mint and pristine vinyl. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. 5th, Japan Heavy Metal Fantasy. Grand Metal Live. This does have the insert with it. It's a gatefold 2 LP with Obi. $35 start. We have an animal at the door. His name is Moose. $35 start. $35 start on Grand Metal Live. Now, finishing up the bin, Robbie Peart jumping in Negril EX 1799. That was the Jamaican reggae. We have Grand Funk Railroad. That is EX 3699. EX 3699. The Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, EX 2799, another Rolling Stones comp. Smokey and the Bandit, EX. Surprised no one got that. No one got Westbound and Down, Eastbound and Down. It has Westbound and Down too. EX 2799. Blues Muse is EX 7999. Ellis Island the Popper, EX 2199. Joe Henderson, Multiple, VG Plus 9999. And Kiss. David Tate, no condition notes on Kiss. Oh yeah, there was, excuse me. Sides 1 and 3 are EX, EX Plus, and side 4 is VG, $39.99. We do have a new bid on Led Zeppelin. Brent Robley's at $35. Mark Fallon, you're out. Matt Algram is first on Smokey and the Bandit. Matt Algram gets that. Super Rock, EX $24.99. The Incredible String Band is VG Plus $14.99. Badfinger, no dice. VG Plus $24.99. Badfinger, no dice. Willie Nelson Stardust, VG Plus $16.99. Dr. Hook is EX $17.99. John Sebastian, VG Plus $11.99. Johnny Beecher is VG Plus $16.99. Tommy the Who, EX $36.99. And Grand Funk Survival in shrink wrap has the hype sticker on the back, and it includes the photos, $22.99. We might have a Viking war over the immigrant song, just like the song is about. There might be some kind of Viking war here in a minute about to brew up on the immigrant song. That is at $35 with Brent Robley. Mark Quaram's at $36. We now have three bidders. Lisa Montgomery says she'll take the Blues Muse. That's probably a good pick. That's a private press blues. That's sold to Lisa. We're looking for a $35 starting bid on Grand Metal Live. If it doesn't get a bid here pretty soon, I'll make it a buy it now and put it over here with the Monkeys that I can't believe no one bid on. All right, that was our first crate of vintage. We have a lot more. I've also looking at a near mint copy of Led Zeppelin 2 and shrink wrap and hype sticker. Holy moly. That's something I don't say too often. Paul just brought it up here. I don't know if we have any of the pressing details on it. We did find another Robert Lugwood. I'm not going to sell it tonight. I'm going to clean it, test play it, figure out which one it is. All right, here's a few more puzzles. I got Scorpions Blackout, $24.99. Pink Floyd, The Division Bell, $24.99. Moose, can you grab one each of the Aussie puzzles? I'm sure you would be thrilled to do that. Nirvana Nevermind is $24.99. Delicate Sound of Thunder is $24.99. And Pink Floyd Pulse. Those are a few new puzzles we got in. Peter Espinoza says he will take the Scorpions Blackout. There it is. And that leaves Nirvana and Pink Floyd's. The Division Bell, Nevermind, Delicate Sound of Thunder, and Pulse. Those are all $24.99. Now, Brent's out on the Immigrant Song, but now you got to deal with Mark Quaram. Mark Quaram, he's a tough cookie when it comes to bidding. He might not bow out too fast. Let's do, there's a few more puzzles. Peter got the Scorpions. Pulse, these are all $24.99. 500-piece puzzles, you can put them right here. 500-piece puzzles, they're all $24.99. They're made in the UK by a company called Rock Saws. Blackout, that's the only one I had of that, $24.99. Now, I just asked my great friend Moose to bring these over because I really stocked up on these about a year ago. Look, 2021. I think I bought 150 of every one of these. I bought 150 of every Aussie puzzle. All of a sudden, we're starting to get low stock. I have slowly but surely sold every one of them. I've got Blizzard, Bark at the Moon, Diary of a Madman, and Ultimate Sin. If anybody wants those, they're $24.99. We have Ultimate Sin sold to Ed Adamowicz. Jerry Stone wants Blizzard of Oz. And I have multiples. I have plenty of any of these you want. There are a couple, though, are getting low stock. Ultimate Sin sells probably better than any of them. That probably sells better than any of them. We also have Blizzard of Oz, and Diary of a Madman's also a good seller. Those are $24.99. Yeah, these are puzzles. Yeah, don't think this is some kind of Pulse box set. If we had Ultimate Sin on vinyl in a box set for $25, that would be incredible. Okay, Mark Fallon, you're out on the Immigrant Song. The high bid is with Mark Querum at $36, and that's a final call. That's a final call at $36. Dexter Gordon is still available. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. This is a 1979 Canadian import. These are not check condition. These are very clean records in this crate. Astral Weeks is $26.99. Did we pull the wrong puzzle? Jerry wanted he wanted Blizzard of Oz. I gave him Bark at the Moon. He wanted Blizzard of Oz. I gave him Bark at the Moon. Nice Aussie eyes. Nice Aussie catch there. There's Bark at the Moon. And it has the UK artwork. And it has the UK colors. That's not how it looked in the US. It was made in the UK and they gave it UK colors. I think I just walked away from the comments, but I think I saw where he said he wanted Dexter Gordon. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that for him. Dexter Gordon. We have DG sold to Fred Carnell. All right, Van Morrison, 79 Canadian pressing, final call. We have Neil Young, Hawks and Doves. Neil Young is $24.99. $24.99, Neil Young, Hawks and Doves. Bob James Heads, $14.99 for Bob James Heads. That has the buffalo nickel on the front. $14.99, Bob James Heads. There's tails. There's the actual buffalo. $14.99 on that. Mark, time is ticking. I'm about to sell this to Mark Querum. Mark Fallon, you're out. I'm about to sell that for $36. Earl Dowd or Dude presents Spyro T. Agnew. This is a riot. $12.99. Willie Nelson, The Sound in Your Mind is $19.99. Ian wants Bob James. If anybody wants the Grand Metal Live, the 2LP Japanese live album, Metal, Grand Metal, $35 bot now on that. I'm going to put that over here with the Monkees. All right, Paul Simon's Greatest Hits, $19.99. Paul Simon's Greatest Hits, $19.99. It has the original inner sleeve, super clean vinyl. You cannot go wrong with Paul Simon's Greatest Hits. Slip sliding away. Have a good time. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Kodachrome. Mother and Child Reunion. Loves Me Like a Rock. Mark is in at 37. Waylon, I've Always Been Crazy. So Mark Fallon's in. Mark Querum, you're out. Waylon, I've Always Been Crazy is $24.99. Let's do another handful of $6.99 45s. Let me find them. $6.99ers. Let me figure out where that stack started. I need to keep them separate. Here we go. I almost need another sticky note. We got it right here, though. We're good to go. I don't want that many because I have a feeling most of them's going to sell. Let's start with Debbie Harry, Rapture. Debbie Harry, the 88 Dancing Danny D remix. This is $6.99. $6.99 promo copy. Debbie Harry, Blondie, $6.99 on that. George Harrison, I Got My Mind Set on You, a classic with picture sleeve, $6.99. David Lee Roth, California Girls. David Lee Roth, California Girls, $6.99. I got two copies. They're both identical promos. Hall & Oates, Say It Isn't So. Those are identical promos, $6.99. And Bryan Adams and Tina Turner, It's Only Love, picture sleeve, near mint 45, and it's a stock or promo. This is a stock copy, near mint with the picture sleeve, $6.99. All right, these are all $6.99. Tanner, first, Mark Fallon was at 37. Do the Rat 45. I will put that up for auction in just a second, as soon as these are tagged. Mark Querum bid 40. Mark Querum bid 40. Mike McGinnis wants the Debbie Harry. That's sold to Mike McGinnis. That's $6.99. Next was Ryan Anderson. Craig Ruth on George Harrison. $6.99. So Craig Ruth first to George Harrison. Stacy put DL for David Lee. That's sold to Stacy, also for $6.99. Craig was second. Mark was third. Brian was fourth. The other Brian was fifth. Kelly was sixth. David Tate was seven. Sherry Martell wants to Brian Adams and the Tina Turner. Brian Adams and Tina Turner. That's sold to Sherry Martell. Darren Davis, you were second. Hall & Oates, Say It Isn't So, is $6.99. I've got two of those. They're promo copies. Led Zeppelin, the Immigrant Song, is at $40. Mark, I need you to bid very quickly or say out, because I have got to sell this. We've got to have activity on it in the next 30 seconds. Very, very quickly. And we have Rat, Round, and Round. This is a promo copy of Round and Round. It's double-sided. It says LP version, promotion copy not for sale. And we have Round and Round, edited version, promotion copy. So two different mixes. Promo, original Rat 45 in the Atlantic inner sleeve. That is a $10 start. $10 start for Round and Round 45 near mint pristine. Kelly Cook says, I'll take a Hall & Oates. Kelly Cook is $6.99. Okay. Hall & Oates is sold to Kelly Cook. That is $6.99. Led Zeppelin's at $42. We have a new bidder on Led Zeppelin. Never mind Mark, and Mark Querum, you're out. Led Zeppelin's at $42. Rat, Grateful Dead, Rat 10, and Rat 15, and Rat 15. We have the Hollies, a crazy steal. This is $19.99. The Hollies, crazy steal, Blondie. Mark, I've got you, Blondie, Mike McGinnis, Mike McGinnis, Ryan Anderson. I didn't even see your comment for Blondie in there. I don't think that came through. I just had two people on that one. Rat 15. So Mark Querum's out on Led Zeppelin. That means Ed Adamowicz has this for $42. Final call. Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song. That's a single-sided promo. $42. Ed Adamowicz. Single-sided. It's not a double-sided like Rat. Immigrant Song was only pressed on one side. Radio station copy. $42 on that. Final call. High bet on Rat is at $20. Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't Ya? $24.99 for Wes Bruce and Lang, Why Don't Ya? $24.99. That's members of Cream and Mountain, if you're curious. $24.99. Bobby Whitlock, Rock Your Socks Off. $12.99. $12.99. Rat is at $22 with David Tate. Steve Gibb, Let My Song. Steve Gibb is $9.99. Steve Gibb. The Skyliners, Once Upon a Time. The Skyliners is $9.99. That's on the Karma Sutra label. The Skyliners, $9.99. Aftermath, the Rolling Stones, $49.99. 1966 Monarch, really nice, ultrasonically cleaned. Boy, this jacket looks nice too. The Rolling Stones Aftermath, that is nice. $49.99. It has the original London inner sleeve. Rolling Stones Aftermath, 66 Monarch, really nice, ultrasonically cleaned, $49.99. Rats at $22. Mark Querum's back in on Led Zeppelin at $44. Ken Booth, Live Good. Ken Booth is $22.99. $22.99. David Bowie, Space Oddity, a picture disc, sealed, $39.99. David Bowie, Space Oddity, that's a picture disc that's sealed, $39.99. All right, instead of a handful of 45, let's go over and grab a handful of compact disc. Let's do some compact disc right quick and see what we have in here. I've got 6 in my hand. I still need to get grading definitions from Paul on what he means by EX or VG Plus on these. I have forgot to do that again. But, they're all very nice, very playable CDs. First, Corrosion of Conformity, Wise Blood, $14.99. COC Wise Blood, $14.99. Alice Cooper, A Fistful of Alice. Alice Cooper, I don't think that's on vinyl. EX, $9.99. Cheap Trick, a Budokan 2LP remaster. EX, $14.99. Dream Evil, Gold Medal in Metal. That is EX, $9.99. Docking Live from the Sun, Dokken is EX, $6.99. And Peter Criss is EX, $19.99. This is limited and numbered. Special limited edition. It's numbered on the front artwork. Peter Criss is $19.99. So that was Peter Criss, Dokken, Dream Evil, Cheap Trick, Alice Cooper, and Corrosion of Conformity. Ed's out on Led Zeppelin, so now it's back to Mark Querom. Mark has the Led Zeppelin for 44, final call. David Tate has the Rat for 22. That's a final call. So if you're not David Tate at 22, or if you're not Mark Querom at 44 on Led Zeppelin, then you are out. There's the David Space Oddity picture disc. Clay Moore wants Dokken. Clay Moore wants Dokken. That's the Dokken live from the sun. That's so to Clay Moore. Calvin Ward, you were second. Mike Kennedy on Peter Criss. Mike Kennedy on Peter Criss. Those are both sold. So that stack leaves Cheap Trick, Alice Cooper, Corrosion Conformity, and Dreamville. Ed is back in on Led Zeppelin. He did the same thing Mark did. He said out and then he changed his mind. Back in. We're still bidding on the Led Zeppelin Immigrant Song. We have Music to be Murdered by, Eminem. This is sealed. It does have a tear in the shrink wrap, but it's mostly sealed, $36.99. And I think new, those are like $56.99. So sealed Eminem, $36.99. Uriah Heep, Fallen Angel, in shrink wrap. It's a 78 German import, near mint in shrink wrap. Uriah Heep, $21.99. Boy, that is nice. And it's in shrink wrap, $21. So Mark Querom, you are out on Uriah Heep. This has fell over 3 times, so let me go ahead and show it and see who's first. Thin Lizzy, Fighting, $29.99. It has some heavy cover damage. It has some chipping and some chewing on the front or on the top. It is a club. Very nice vinyl, $29.99. The vinyl is EX Plus, near mint minus. Very nice, $29.99. Just the jacket got beat up on that one. 45 on Led Zeppelin, now 46. Patty K. New bidder. Led Zeppelin's at 46. So Mark says he's out. Ed Adamwich, you've been outbid. Edward Star Wars first on Uriah Heep. That's sold to Edward Star Wars. Brady Bell, the Rolling Stones is $49.99. It is a stereo copy, but it's nice. Look at the jacket too. Usually heavy with ring wear. I will say this. The Rolling Stones are usually trashed. That's a nice copy. I am shocked no one has bought it yet. $49.99. Really nice copy. I don't think we had any other bidders on Rat, did we? No other bidders. $22 to David Tate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold to David Tate for $22. We're still bidding on Led Zeppelin. Patty has that at $46. Lady in Satin, Billie Holiday. This is $24.99. This is a 1987 remaster. $24.99. Brady, everything in here is sticker price. If I start accepting offers, then everything's downhill the rest of the night. Billie Holiday, Lady in Satin, $24.99. Getting to Know Whiplash, $79.99. Private Press Prague from California, 1980, $79.99. Getting to Know Whiplash, $79.99. Details on Thin Lizzy. I thought $50 was a steal. Thin Lizzy Fighting. It's a VG minus jacket just because of the chipping. It is a club copy. The vinyl is near mint minus, and that is $29.99. EX Plus, near mint minus vinyl, $29.99. Ed is back in on Led Zeppelin at $47. Heads, Hands, and Feet, Tracks. That is $16.99. Heads, Hands, and Feet, $16.99. Back to the Future soundtrack is $24.99. Back to the Future is $24.99. David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust. This is a remaster that is sealed, $29.99. That's a remaster that's sealed, $29.99. Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor. This is cover variant A. It has a dry inner sleeve, $39.99. In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin, $39.99. So Ed's back in on Led Zeppelin 47. Patty, you're out. Sherry Martell wants Back to the Future. Patty's back in on Led Zeppelin at 48. Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding, a 68 Pitman press in shrink wrap, $34.99. Wow. Near mint minus, Columbia 2i, Bob Dylan in shrink wrap, $34.99. What's your favorite Pink Floyd? My favorite Pink Floyd album is Animals. My favorite Pink Floyd album is Animals. for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got 6 more 45s to run through. 6 more 45s, they're all $6.99. Debbie Harry, Rush Rush from Scarface. I believe this is a promo too. Look, there's Tony Montana, $6.99. Debbie Harry, that's a white label promo, $6.99. The Thompson Twins, Lay Your Hands on Me. The Thompson Twins, Lay Your Hands on Me. That is a stock copy, near mint, in the picture sleeve. Sledgehammer from Peter Gabriel from his album So, $6.99. Very nice copy with the picture sleeve. The Bangles, A Hazy Shade of Winter, the Simon & Garfunkel cover they did for the Less Than Zero soundtrack. That's from Less Than Zero. Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles, $6.99. That's on Def Jam Records, and it's a stock copy. We have the Beach Boys, 409. This is about VG condition. This is VG Beach Boys 409 in the original picture sleeve. Just $6.99 on that, the Beach Boys. Very cool. And Charlie Daniels Band, I've never seen this before. American Farmer with Running with That Crowd. Charlie Daniels. And that's later, I think, 86. Is something I don't see too often from him. From the album We Are the Me and the Boys. I was about to say, yeah, one of his later ones, $6.99. All right, let me go back up the top and see what I missed. We pulled Back to the Future. Also, someone said, which Star Wars soundtrack is it? We have not showed a Star Wars soundtrack to my knowledge. We had 47 on Led Zeppelin. Then Patty bid 48. Fred wanted to know how much Ziggy Stardust was. That's a new sealed remaster for $29.99. Ed Adamich bid 53 on Led Zeppelin. Then John Young wanted the dead wax on Bob Dylan. He just needs the last 2 numbers and letters on each side. Side 1 is 1F or IF. I guess that's a 1. 1F on side 1. And side 2 is 1J. There is a tear in the shrink wrap on the back. It is torn on the back. The front is very smooth. Patty's out on Led Zeppelin, and that's after Ed bid 53. Ryan Anderson was first to Debbie Harry, $6.99. Ryan was first to that. Mike McGinnis was second. Brian C. on Thompson Twins. Brian C. on Thompson Twins. Jeff McMaster on Peter Gabriel. Mark Fallon on Slind. I think he meant Sledge. That would have made you second on that one. We have Toby Graham third on Peter Gabriel. Brady Bell fourth. Mark Fallon was next, correct himself. Kelly was fifth. Robert Ramirez first to Bangles. Robert Ramirez gets the Bangles. Arthur Prosser was second. Jeff McMaster first on the Beach Boys. And Jake was third on the Bangles. Joe Sleep put Gabe. And I think we're all caught up. No one claimed Charlie Daniels. The Charlie Daniels Band, American Farmer, Running with That Crowd, $6.99. So now we're on a final call on the Led Zeppelin 45. The high bid, Led Zeppelin, is at $53 with Ed Adamich. Ed Adamich has Led Zeppelin for $53. Patty bid 48. Ed bid 43. That's a final call. Ed asked, do I get Led Zeppelin for 49? No, what you bid is the price. Ed is at 53 on Led Zeppelin. That's a final call. We've had like 9 different bidders over the last half hour. We're now on a final call. Lisa is going to take the Charlie Daniels Band. That is $6.99. Okay, I do have some 45s to auction if I can get to them. I did have another lot of somebody. I think they were Queen. Yeah, I've got two Queen 45s to start at $14. They're white label promos from Queen. We have Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and another one, Bites the Dust. These are near mint minus white label promos, $14 start. They're double-sided. Another one, Bites the Dust. White label promos, near mint promo copies from Queen, $14 start on that. There's 245s. Ed Adamich has Led Zeppelin for 53. That's a final call. Now, if I missed anything else, let me know. We just sold all those 45s. I'm going to go back to the crate of albums. Montrose is near mint in shrink wrap. It's from the Pennsylvania collection. $19.99 has the original inner sleeve. Warner Brothers presents Montrose. $19.99. $19.99. E.T. Extraterrestrial. Wow, is this sealed? It's mostly sealed. It's got some tears and some rips, but look, sealed with hop sticker. $49.99 for E.T. $49.99. Michael Jackson, E.T. This includes the poster, the book, the vinyl, Steven Spielberg, music by John Williams, narrated by Michael Jackson. It's never been opened. It's mostly sealed because the shrink is torn, but that is $49.99. Bob is at 14 on Queen. Bob is at 14 on Queen. Mark says, I haven't won anything tonight. That's because you keep saying out when you're bidding. If you don't say out and you just keep bidding and bidding and bidding, by some point or another, you'll end up winning something. But if you say out, the whole deal's over. Jeffrey DeLong says he'll take Montrose. Right, Tanner? If you want to bid on an auction, just keep bidding and bidding. 55, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And then eventually, we'll be out. All right. Zepp is at 54. Where was we at? 53. Mark Fallon is bidding at 54. Mark Fallon's at 54. Ed's right back in at 55. Frank Zappa, Chunga's Revenge. This is an original label, $34.99. Frank Zappa's Chunga's Revenge, $34.99. Chunga's Revenge, that's on the original bizarre Zappa label, $34.99. Queen is at $14 with Bob. That's a final call. Funkadelic, Free Your Mind and Your Blank Will Follow. This is a sealed 50th anniversary on blue vinyl, $29.99. $29.99. Pictures of Matchstick Men from Status Quo. This is a music on vinyl reissue, $24.99. Pictures of Matchstick Men, music on vinyl, $24.99. Pictures of Matchstick Men. Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love. That is sealed for $28.99. And 10cc Deceptive Bends is $14.99 for 10cc Deceptive Bends. All right. Bob Potato Sticks has the Queen. Both of those for $14, Tanner. Those are sold to Bob Potato Sticks. Led Zeppelin. I'm going to count this down from 15 seconds. Ed has it for $55. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Mark's at 57. We'll keep it going for a second. Next is 1010 Walk On. That is $14.99 in shrink wrap. $14.99 1010 Walk On in shrink wrap. Jack, I have already sold the Queen 45s. I'm sorry. I've already sold those to Bob P for $14. I thought I did a final call. I may have sold those a little too fast, but I apologize. Rolling Stones, Almost Hear You Sigh. That's a 12-inch single, $19.99 from 1990. That's a Euro import, 12-inch single, $19.99. The Rolling Stones, Almost Hear You Sigh, $19.99. Mark, you might as well go ahead and have the next bid, because Ed is probably going to outbid you as soon as you bid. Tommy James, Traveling, $19.99. $19.99 for Tommy James and the Shondells Traveling. Jack Nicholson soundtrack, 5 Easy Pieces, $14.99. Jack Nicholson, 5 Easy Pieces. That is $14.99. And Ralston Purina presents Tom Mix original radio broadcast. Thank you, Paul. See ya. Original radio broadcast. Look, from Fred Goodwin's collection. Where did that come from? $9.99. $9.99. So Led Zeppelin's at 58. Let me grab our next Japanese pressing over here. Our next Japanese pressing is, I think we had 3 different bidders on the last Beach Boys comp. But you know what? I didn't pull a Beach Boys. I've seen a lot of interest lately in Huey Lewis and the News. This is a Japanese pressing. $35 start for Huey Lewis and the News 4. That's a $35 start. This has the Japanese insert with it. And this is got the cover with Obi. That's a $35 start. All right, I'm going to count down Led Zeppelin this time from 10 seconds. Ed has this for 58. Led Zeppelin is at $58, single-sided immigrant song. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, sold. That is sold to Ed Amowich for $58. Huey Lewis in the News 4 is at $35. I may have just synced that. Did I just sync that countdown with the launch of Falcon Heavy? If so, that'd be pretty incredible. I think they actually just launched a rocket too in Florida the same time I was doing that countdown. That's amazing. Tom Mix is sold to Lisa Montgomery. Huey Lewis is a $35 start. And let me show you a few new CDs. Dio Magica EX $14.99. Dio Magica $14.99. Def Leppard On Through the Night EX Condition $12.99. Def Leppard On Through the Night. Demons and Wizards Touched by the Crimson King featuring John Schaffer of Ice Earth. That is $9.99. Bruce Dickinson Tattooed Millionaire VG Plus $6.99. And Peter Criss Let Me Rock You. That is rare we have on the back. $24.99. Peter Criss Let Me Rock You. I don't know if that's ever been on vinyl before. All right, looking for a $35 start on Huey Lewis. Peter Espinoza wants the Demons and Wizards. That's sold to Peter. And I think we are caught up. So Dio, Def Leppard, Bruce Dickinson, and Peter Criss. Clay Moore wants Peter Criss. Let's go back to the crate. That leaves Def Leppard, Dio, and Bruce Dickinson. If anybody wants those. Bruce Dickinson, the famous producer for Blue Oyster Cult, as seen in Saturday Night Live. Okay, Joe Sloop says he'll take Bruce Dickinson. All right, that's sold to Joe Sloop. Huey Lewis. Well, guess what? We got more Led Zeppelin 45s. So everybody buckle up. And we still got a copy of Led Zeppelin 2 in shrink wrap and hype sticker. I've got 2 more Led Zeppelin 45s for you. They're going to be put up for auction. The first one, they're going to be sold together too. The first one is Over the Hills and Far Away and Dancing Days. This is like VG or VG minus. Dancing Days and Over the Hills and Far Away. This is an original 1841 Broadway from a single release from House of the Holy. That's about VG. And over here, I have 4 Sticks and Rock and Roll. Singles from Led Zeppelin 4. And I think this is a little bit later pressing because it has the Rockefeller address. The vinyl, though, is near mint minus, and it's also in the Atlantic inner sleeve. $10 start for both of those. There's 2 more Led Zeppelin 45s. This one is VG minus, Rock and Roll and 4 Sticks, $10 on those. Led Zeppelin don't have a lot of 45s because they were known as an albums band. They didn't put out a lot of singles, as you see with some of the demand we see here tonight. All right, the Beach Boys, I hadn't put it up yet, but Huey Lewis is a final call for a $35 start. The Dave Clark 5, You Got What It Takes. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. Dave Clark 5, that's a yellow Epic label, $9.99. The Sugar Shop is in shrink wrap, $29.99. This is a beautiful near mint copy on the Capitol color band, $29.99. David Bowie, The Man Who Sold the World. That's a remaster from 2016. Remaster from 2016, $26.99. The Ventures, Flight of Fantasy. The Ventures, Flight of Fantasy, $9.99 on The Ventures. Douglas MacArthur, Duty, Honor, and Country, $19.99. That's a spoken word album from Douglas MacArthur. Also, the Rolling Stones Rewind, $29.99. The Rolling Stones Rewind, $29.99. That's a compilation of Rolling Stones music from 71 to 84. Side 1 has Miss You, Brown Sugar, Undercover the Night, Start Me Up, Tumbling Dice, and Hang Fire. That's sold to Michael Nath. Michael Nath gets that. I'm going to put it on top of the Bruce Dickinson CD. Huey Lewis in the News is a $35 buy it now. If anybody wants it, it's a $35 buy it now. That's Huey Lewis in the News 4. $35 buy it now. That is available. Michael Nath was first to the Stones. Donnie Moore was second. Brian Miller was third. Now, I have not seen a bid yet on the Led Zeppelin 45s. I'm looking for a $10 start, or I'm going to make those a buy it now pretty quickly. I'm going to make them a buy it now pretty quickly if nobody claims them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 6, and I'm going to pull one of these out so we don't have the same artist back to back. And yeah, so I've got some more $6.99 45s. Brady Bell's at 10 on Led Zeppelin. We have Paul Revere and the Raiders, Good Thing, Undecided Man picture sleeve. That is about EX on that one. It's hard to call a 45 from the 60s near mint minus, so we'll call it VG Plus or EX. That does have the picture sleeve. Paul Revere and the Raiders, Good Thing, Undecided Man. Cheap Trick, Don't Be Cruel. Cheap Trick, Don't Be Cruel. This is $6.99. Cheap Trick, Don't Be Cruel. Also, Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit, Let's Do Something Special, Cheap and Superficial, and Let's Do Something Special, Cheap and Superficial. That is $6.99. That's a white label promo, MCA. Smokey and the Bandit, Burt Reynolds, $6.99. REO Speedwagon, Sweet Time. REO Speedwagon, Sweet Time. That's a white label promo, $6.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Sundown. Gordon Lightfoot, Sundown, white label promo. B-side is Too Late for Praying. That's $6.99. River Deep, Mountain High, featuring Darlene Love. Leader of the Pack. Leader of the Pack, featuring Annie Golden. Picture sleeve, $6.99. $6.99. That's also a white label promo from Elektra. All right, so we pulled the Rolling Stones. Next was Brady bid 10 on Led Zeppelin. Jeff bid 12. Patty wants to know which ones they are. We have Over the Hills and Far Away and Dancing Days. That's a VG or VG minus. Rock and Roll and Four Sticks is near mint minus. And high bid on those were 12. I hadn't got down to the bottom right quick. And we have Brian C. was the first on Cheap Trick. These are all $6.99, Tanner. Brian C. got Cheap Trick. Brady Bell bid 15 on Led Zeppelin. Calvin Ward got REO Speedwagon. Glenn Martin got the Gordon Lightfoot promo. Chris Frazier was second. Mark Fallon bid 16 on Led Zeppelin. Howie, you were third on Gordon Lightfoot. Jack is, let's see, what was DI or DL? That might be a miscue unless there's something else here. We have Paul Revere, Burt Reynolds, and Leader of the Pack. It may be featuring Darlene Love. Jack, did you want the Leader of the Pack? If so, let me know. 17 on Led Zeppelin, now 20. So that leaves Paul Revere, the Burt Reynolds from Smokey and the Bandit 2. That's from Smokey and the Bandit 2. And then the Leader of the Pack. Those are still available. Led Zeppelin's at 17, now 20. I'm going to put those over here with the other ones. And I'm going to show you a handful of CDs right quick. I've got 5. I've got 5 before we go into some more albums. We have Peter Criss, Out of Control. Peter Criss, Out of Control. Rare, $29.99. Peter Criss, Out of Control, $29.99. Never had seen that before on CD. I don't think I've ever had it but once, maybe on vinyl. Corrosion of Conformity, Deliverance. That's a VG for $6.99. Corrosion of Conformity, Deliverance. Alice Cooper, Raise Your Fist and Yell. Alice Cooper is $12.99. Dream Evil, United. Dream Evil is $6.99. And Dokken, the very best of Dokken. That's VG for $6.99. So Jack did want the Darlene. Let me go ahead and pull that. That's what I thought, DL, Darlene Love. That was the Leader of the Pack. That's $6.99 to Jack Suslak. Mike Kennedy wants the Peter Criss CD. That's sold to Mike Kennedy. Patty Williams wants the best of Dokken. Brian Miller was second. That leaves Dream Evil, United. Alice Cooper, Raise Your Fist and Yell. And Corrosion of Conformity, Deliverance. Those are right over here if anybody decides they want those. Okay, now this was a great crate of vinyl. Let me go through this one more time and show you what's left in here. And I need to get a new Japanese auction started. I told y'all we are going to be exposed to a lot of different stuff tonight because we're going to be doing albums, 45s, CDs, and Japanese auctions pretty much all at the same time. Like, we're going to do albums, then I'm going to stop and go through 45s, then I'm going to stop and put up a new auction, and then I'm going to stop and show you some more 45s, and then I'm going to put up a new Japanese auction, and we're going to do that for the next 7 hours straight. Right, Moose? John Denver, An Evening with John Denver. This is a live John Denver. This is a $35 start. An Evening with John Denver. That means you're live in his presence through the sound of this vinyl. $35 start. There's both LPs. It has the booklet with it. It has the booklet with it. There's both LPs. The cover Very nice. The obi just needs to be flattened there and recreased out. I might can do it as I shut it here. There we go. It's probably going to look a lot better now. With obi, $35 start on that. We had a final call on the Led Zeppelins. Patty K has those for $20, and that's a final call. And we had one more claim on the CD, Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper on those. I think I had another stray $6.99, 45 left. I have a feeling somebody will want it. I didn't pull it out, so we didn't have back-to-back, but there's another REO Speedwagon, white label promo, One Lonely Night. There's another $6.99er. I have a feeling, who got the other one? I have a feeling Calvin Ward might want that. $6.99 for REO. Okay, we had Van Morrison. I can't believe no one bought it. A 1979 Canadian import of Astral Weeks. $26.99 on Van Morrison, Astral Weeks, $26.99. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves is $24.99. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves. Spyro T. Agnew is a Riot, $12.99. We also have Willie Nelson, The Sound in Your Mind, $19.99. Paul Simon's Greatest Hits still available. Somebody needs to pick that up. It's a near mint copy, gatefold, $19.99. Calvin Ward does get the REO Speedwagon. Let's go ahead and sell the Led Zeppelin 45s to Patty K. Both of those for $20. Calvin got REO for $6.99. Waylon, a nice copy. I've always been crazy, $24.99. The Hollies, a crazy steal. That's in shrink wrap for $19.99. Wes Bruce and Lang is $24.99. Bobby Whitlock, Rock Your Socks Off, SOX, $12.99. And Steve Gibb, Let My Song, $9.99. The Skyliners, Once Upon a Time, $9.99. Ken Booth, Live Good, $22.99. Space Oddity, as a picture disc and a poster, that's a newer pressing, $39.99. Final call if you want in on John Denver for a $35 start. Final call if you want in on John Denver for a $35 start. Let's put up a very cool promo of the Who Magic Bus. Check this out. Pink promo label from Decca. Promotion copy not for sale. Early copy of Magic Bus by the Who. That should be 1967. It's about VG Plus condition. The side here looks closer to EX. This side here looks closer to VG Plus. That is a promo copy of the Who's Magic Bus. $10 start on that. 67, 68 should be around in there. Was when that song came out. $10 start on that. Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By. That was sealed. $36.99 for Eminem. Aftermath is still available. This is one of the surprises of the crate. A very, very nice Rolling Stones album for $49.99. That is still available. Lady in Satin, Billie Holiday. That's also kind of surprised that's still there. $24.99. Ed Adamowicz is at $10 on the Who 45. Whiplash, Getting to Know Us. That is $79.99. That's a private press Prague record. $79.99. Thin Lizzy does have some damage to the top of the cover. The vinyl, though, was nice, $29.99. Michael Nath is going to get the Rolling Stones. That's sold to Michael Nath. Heads, Hands, and Feet, Tracks. Heads, Hands, and Feet is $16.99. Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor, sleeve variant A, $39.99. We had a sealed remaster of Ziggy Stardust, $29.99. And Bob Dylan, here's another one, just purely based on the condition. Shrink wrap, $34.99. $34.99, Columbia 2i, Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. There is a small tear in the shrink wrap in the back. The E.T. soundtrack, this is the box set version with a narration by Michael Jackson. That is $49.99. It does have some condition problems with the shrink wrap, but that is sealed for $49.99. It looks like another piece is about to fall off. The shrink on that is very fragile. We need to find a big sleeve for that. It might be hard to get, though. Frank Zappa, Chunga's Revenge is $34.99. Final call on the Who Magic Bus for $10. Final call on that for $10. Funkadelic is sealed on blue vinyl. That is $29.99 for sealed Funkadelic. Pictures of Matchstick Men. That was originally on Music on Vinyl. $24.99 on Pictures of Matchstick Men. Childish Gambino is sealed. Awaken My Love, $28.99. 10cc Deceptive Bends, $14.99. And 1010 Walk On, $14.99 for 1010 Walk On. Nick Bargeron is in on Magic Bus at 11. New bidder, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got 4. Do I have another one? This one was in the hot picture, but it's also going to be the same price. These are $9.99, Tanner. These are $9.99. First is Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. 45, near mint with picture sleeve, Money for Nothing. $9.99. Oh, I am. Tanner says they're getting a sneak peek. Walt Disney's Davy Crockett. This is about VG Plus on the vinyl. It's a book and story. It plays at a 33 1/3. It's a 24-page booklet from Disney. That's VG or VG Plus. That's also $9.99. Walt Disney's Davy Crockett. Danger Zone from Top Gun, Kenny Loggins. They made a whole series of these. There's Kenny Loggins. Danger Zone from the original Top Gun. Has a Top Gun picture sleeve. That's $9.99. Very cool Steely Dan release here. A special programming service. Steely Dan, East St. Louis Toodle Ooh. I have to slow down when I say that one. That plays at a 33 1/3. It's a white label. That is $9.99, Steely Dan. And Salt and Pepper, What a Man with In Vogue. That is $9.99. That's a UK 1993 Salt and Pepper. They put an EA on the end, $9.99 on that. All right, let's see. John Denver's a bot now for $35. I see where Darren Meyer put JD. I'm assuming maybe he was bidding on this. If so, we'll go ahead and sell it to him. Jump the gun, we'll take it. Okay, so sell that to Darren Meyer for $35. $35 on that. Magic Bus was at $11, and then Ed Adamwich bid $12, and then the $9.99 45s. Brian Miller wants Dire Straits for $9.99. David Polkey was second. Mike Kennedy first to Steely Dan, SD. Mike Kennedy first on that. Pamela first on Salt and Pepper. And we have Kenny Loggins and Davy Crockett. Wow, I figured those would be gone, especially Danger Zone with the Top Gun picture sleeve. Near mint minus on the vinyl. And Walt Disney's The Story of Davy Crockett. Nick Bargeron, let me know if you're in or out on Magic Bus because Ed has that for $12, and that's a final call. Now, before Paul left, he brought me an entire crate of new vintage arrivals. I've got just a few more to read in here, then we're going to go to a whole new crate of new vintage arrivals. We still got the Rolling Stones, Almost Hear You Sigh, $19.99. Where's Carol Puckett at? This is 1990, 12-inch single, $19.99. Tommy James, Traveling, that's $19.99. 5 Easy Pieces, Jack Nicholson, $14.99. The Dave Clark 5, You Got What It Takes, that's in shrink wrap. Near mint minus vinyl, $9.99. The Sugar Shop is $29.99. Nick Bargeron wants the Rolling Stones. He's out on the Who, so final call on that for $12. David Bowie's a remaster, $26.99. The Man Who Sold the World. The Ventures, Flights of Fantasy, $9.99. And Douglas MacArthur is $19.99. Douglas MacArthur, $19.99. All right, there's the Who. I'm about to sell that. I'm going to put up a new crate of vinyl. We've been through 2 crates of vintage. I'm also chipping away back here at our Japanese pressings. I've got this Beach Boys comp. I mentioned it, and several people have asked about it. Let me grab it. It's another Beach Boys compilation called The Beach Boys Greatest. The Beach Boys, one of those bands very famously known for compilations. Let me go ahead and put this up for bid. And let me go ahead and grab the crate Paul brought up here. He's got us a whole nother crate here. Uh-oh, I see some interesting stuff, as usual, from the Paul selections. I see, yeah, some interesting stuff in here for sure. All right, let's take a look at this Led Zeppelin album. I don't know if I should put it up tonight or not, but let's go ahead and do it. Bowie is 2016. Ed Adamwich gets the Who for $12. Ed Adamwich gets the Who for $12. Let's take a look at this Led Zeppelin. Oh my gosh. Hope everybody's awake. Let's see what we have here. Paul just found this in the back. He's like, I just found this. That's how expansive our back storage is for albums. We have stuff like this we don't even know we own. Very true. Okay, I see Monarch, MO, and the suffix. It's not a Robert Lugwood. If so, if this was an RL press, it would be, I don't know if I would even want to sell it right now. STA 69167 MO is the matrix on the label. Really nice copy. It has the original Atlantic inner sleeve. This is truly I'm trying to find a flaw on the vinyl, and I can't, other than just a little bit of dust that's on it. Yeah, we will. Tanner says we're definitely playing it tonight, and we'll definitely ultrasonically clean it tonight. So now here's the true, just like whoa about it. It's in shrink wrap with the Whole Lot of Love hop sticker. It is a 4-digit, and it has an 1841 Broadway, and look at this. It has the track listing hop sticker on the back. If I can't get a $75 starting bid for this, I'm not going to sell it. I have a feeling it's going to bring much more than that. Led Zeppelin 2 in shrink wrap, hop sticker, very, very nice copy, $75 start. This is probably a 69 press. It's not an RL. It's in shrink wrap of hop sticker. That is exceptionally nice. Let the bidding begin. Let the bidding begin. Wow. The Beach Boys Greatest Hits. This is going to be a $35 start. The Beach Boys Greatest Hits, $35 start, near mint minus and pristine vinyl. There's the lyric insert. If you missed the other compilation earlier, here's another one. It's single-sided, Good Vibrations, Barbara Ann. In My Room, Do You Want to Dance, Sloop John B, Windy, Shut Down, Little Honda. That's a $35 start. Led Zeppelin, 75, 75, 100, 100, 125, 150. New crate of vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. New crate of vintage arrivals. We have Bob Dylan, Saved, $24.99. Bob Dylan, Saved, $24.99. Don't see that one too often. Very nice vinyl, 1980, $24.99 for Dylan, Bob Dylan. Lady Smith, Black Mambazu, Uwandli Okanjiwili. Boy, that was tough to say. $9.99. I won't try that one again. $9.99. Annette's Beach Party. Annette's Beach Party, $34.99. A 1963 mono, incredibly clean. Wow, it is. There for a while, I know in record price guides from 15 years ago, they put a high value on Annette records. This is incredibly nice. Crisp original inner sleeve, $34.99. This is incredibly nice. Annette's Beach Party from Vista label, $34.99. Beach Boys is at 40 with Nick. Thomas Hujar wants LD. Was that this? Lady Smith BM. Yes, sell this to Thomas Hujar. That's sold to him. Annette's Beach Party. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, Roxy and Elsewhere, $34.99. Looks like a VG or VG Plus cover. $34.99. That's on the Zappa discreet label, $34.99. So we took off hot on Led Zeppelin. It got to 150 and we stalled. Led Zeppelin. I'm going to show that in detail one more time, but I just want to let everybody know that's on 150. And we're on a final call on the Beach Boys Greatest. Nick Bargeron has that for 40. That's a final call. Running on Empty. Can't get much better than this. It's a classic. $19.99. This is near mint with the book and the inner sleeve. Running on Empty. $19.99. Jackson Browne. Bolero. Leonard Bernstein. Orchestra National France. $14.99. This is 2 full-length versions, newly remastered. Brian Miller put J.O.B. I bet he meant Jackson Browne. Sell that to Brian Miller. We have Tyrone Brunson Fresh. Tyrone Brunson Fresh. Gold stamp promo, $12.99. John Young's at $175 on Led Zeppelin. Fire It Up, Rick James. Rick James is $19.99. Fire It Up, Patty. I will give all those details in 1 second. Lightning Hopkins. Whoa. Lightning Hopkins is a 1963 stereo on Crown, $79.99. Whoa. Lightning Hopkins, $79.99. Brian Miller says he would like to put back Jackson Browne. Tommy Flowers, first on Tyrone. Tommy Flowers, first to Tyrone. Dancing in Heaven. Bailando en el Cielo, maybe. That's a Mexican import. 12-inch single, Dancing in Heaven, $9.99. Thomas Hujar, first on Lightning Hopkins. Brent Robley was second. Let's go ahead and sell the Beach Boys for $40 to Nick Bargeron. Nick, uncontested on that one at $40. I think I got a $45 to auction back here. Let me see if I do. Yeah. Every rose has its thorn. Poison. Near mint minus. Every rose has its thorn. Picture sleeve, near mint minus vinyl. Mr. Michaels on the front. $9, $10 start. I was trying to say $10 start, almost said $9.99 start. We can start it at $9.99, but it's a $10 start. I'm going to round up. All right, so Jackson Browne is still available if anybody wants it for $19.99. Led Zeppelin has now hit the 200 mark. Let me read you all the information one more time. So this is how we found it. Crisp, original Atlantic inner sleeve. That was a good sign right off the bat. So this is SD 8236. It's an 1841 Broadway. We'll first start with the label matrix, which is almost as important as the dead wax with this variant. ST-A 69167-MO. Now the dead wax, that was the label matrix. The dead wax or runoff or dead wax matrix is STA 69167-2-L. It has an MR. It has an MR in a circle. Over here we have AT. Delta has the delta symbol, the triangle. 14158-X. And over here we have like a W or an M. I believe that's a W though. And yes, it's a superb copy. And I have a strong feeling this is from the Wisconsin or Sandusky collection. Very nice copy. Original Atlantic inner sleeve. Now it gets better than that. The cover is in shrink wrap. And of course, y'all know gatefold covers get a little bit harder to find in shrink wrap because people wanted to rip it off unless they'd already bought a copy and this was like their other. But it's in shrink wrap. Whole Lot of Love hop sticker. What a song. And then on the back, it has the track listing hop sticker because this cover had no other information. So they put the hop sticker with the tracks. Whole Lot of Love, What Is and What Should Never Be, The Lemon Song, Thank You, Heartbreaker, Livin' Lovin' Maid, She's Just a Woman, Ramble On, Moby Dick, and Bring It On Back Home. That is an incredibly top copy of one of the best rock albums of all time. All right, so we pulled Lightning Hopkins. Led Zeppelin was at 185, then 200. Poison was at 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then 10. Michael Nass out on Led Zeppelin. Poison 12, Poison 12, Poison 15, 13, 13, Poison 20. Led Zeppelin 210, Poison 21. Live for a Minute on side 2 of Poison. This has Every Rose Has Its Thorn and Living for the Minute. Yes, Living for the Minute is on side 2. Best song on that album? Please don't hold a gun to my head. I couldn't tell you. That would be tough. Chariots of Fire. Quincy Jones presents Ernie Watts' Chariots of Fire, $14.99. I mean, that album is loaded. Ramble On, Heartbreaker, Thank You, Whole Lot of Love, The Lemon Song, I've already said Ramble On. All of them. Moby Dick's on there. Clive Sardist. Sardet, maybe. His name's Clive, though, $9.99. We also have, what do we have here? Stomu Yamashita, maybe. $19.99. Not too familiar with that either. We have a big box set. I think it's Elvis. Elvis, His Greatest Hits, Reader's Digest. 7 LPs of Elvis music with a book. VG Plus condition, $29.99. High bid on Led Zeppelin is now $225. High bid on Poison is $21. Poison's at $21. Led Zeppelin's at $225. Free at last. EX $17.99. Free at last. EX $17.99. Brady Bell's going to take the Elvis box set. That's so did Brady Bell. Free. Paul Rogers. That's a great album too. Free at last. The Eurythmics. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. VG Plus condition. $17.99. VG Plus $17.99. Simon and Garfunkel. Shrink wrap alert. Hop sticker alert. Featuring the complete version of their hit, Mrs. Robinson. VG Plus condition $17.99. VG Plus condition $17.99. It has also the Simon & Garfunkel sticker on it. That's a nice original label too, $17.99. Did I miss any good metal? We sold 3,000 metal LPs earlier. You've already missed them. Brady Elvis was VG Plus condition $29.99. VG Plus $29.99. We have one of the first albums that arguably started heavy metal. Led Zeppelin 2, that and Black Sabbath's debut. Those are up for auction. Led Zeppelin's up for auction. And the high bid on that's $225. Calvin Ward, you're out. Let's see here. Next is a final call on Poison. There's a lot of bidders on Poison. No one has set out yet. William hasn't set out. Jamie, Karen, David, Brooks. Nick has it for 21. Last two on numbers on bookends. Last two numbers on dead wax. Dead wax. We have 1B. 1B on side 1. Side 2 is 1B. That's a 1B. VG Plus on the vinyl. The cover's in shrink wrap with the double stickers. Joan Armor Trading. I've never seen that Joan Armor Trading. Joan Armor Trading is EX $16.99. But no, we haven't had a lot of metal tonight. Not yet. Not yet. Hint word. Not yet. The Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland. This is the Wizard of Oz soundtrack. VG Plus $19.99. Very cool. It's a gatefold. VG Plus $19.99. Next is David's out on Poison. No poster with this one. We've had 2 other copies lately that haven't sold with posters. This one doesn't have one, though. I've got 2 other copies around here somewhere with posters. Gerard Cacciatore wants the Joan Armor Trading. That's so did Gerard. Jamie's out on Poison. Led Zeppelin's at $230. Gerard, I've got you for Joan. Karen's also out on Poison. I think I'm about to sell that to Nick for $21. Spirit, VG Condition, $9.99. Frank Zappa, VG Plus, $27.99. This is a 1968 MGM press. The seams does have some splits, $27.99. I'm going to take a drink of water right quick. Also, I haven't ate today. I'm going to go very late tonight probably, and then I'm going to have to hit up a restaurant immediately. Brian C., first on Frank Zappa. Let's go ahead and sell Poison and Nick Bargeron for $21. John Young's out on Led Zeppelin. That means Calvin Ward has this for $230, and this is a final call. $230. Incredible. Look at the colors on it. Look how vibrant. Trying to talk a few more people in maybe for one last bid. Wow, $230 on that. Superb top copy. Has all the stickers on it. Very nice. Led Zeppelin, $230. Did free sale. Free is still available. Free at last. Thomas is still available. EX Condition, $17.99. Let Jeff's in at $240. I was about to say, we were missing somebody in the bids on this. Jeff McMaster. He's in at $240. Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Great music on this one. VG Plus $17.99. Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits. I love this comp. Probably my favorite Stevie comp. Also about a VG or VG Plus cover. $17.99. Jonathan Greer said free, but Thomas asked about it first, so Thomas has dibs on that. That's so did Thomas Hujar. Steppenwolf, Slow Flux, EX Condition, $17.99. Brian Miller wants Stevie Wonder. This is a Monarch 69 press of Led Zeppelin. It's not an RL or a Lee Holko. It's exceptionally nice 69 press with the shrink wrap and the hype stickers. We have 2 new bidders, Jeff and John Young, $240 and now $250. I was curious the other night, well, I guess that was last night or technically this morning. You know, we sell all this stuff in shrink wrap, and I try to remember stuff we have. I got on eBay and I started searching such and such album in shrink wrap. Because I know if you have somebody on eBay dealing in records, it's hard to find them on Discogs. Some people don't even maybe mention that. Sometimes they do. But if you know what you're doing on eBay and you're selling a record like this, you would put in shrink wrap. I started thinking about all the albums we've sold, and I put shrink, like I would put such and such album, shrink. If there was some, they had already sold, but it's really hard to find active listings sometimes on some of these albums. Or if you put hype, I was thinking about some of the albums I've had before with hype stickers I've never seen before. I get on eBay to start finding them. They're not available for sale. You can definitely find the album, but not a perfect copy and shrink wrap and hype sticker. They have sold. You might can find some in sold listings, but usually they're not available. Spirit, The Family That Plays Together, a VG copy for $9.99. Spirit, the family that plays together. VG, $9.99. And what I've noticed lately among collectors like myself, if you watch my video, this stuff's really important to me. I love the way it was, just like it was on the shelf the day it came out. ZZ Top's first album, Good Plus, $12.99. ZZ Top. So this is their debut album, original label. The vinyl is Good Plus, $12.99. So all of a sudden, new bidders on Led Zeppelin, $250, $255. Brent also bid $250. Jonathan Greer wants Steppenwolf. I'm assuming you want Slow Flux. If so, sell that to Jonathan Greer. Thomas is first on ZZ Top. Shakedown was second. Jeff Crowd was third. Led Zeppelin's a 69. Traffic, Mr. Fantasy. VG, $14.99. Traffic, Mr. Fantasy. VG, $14.99. Also, the other night when I was doing extensive research on Robert Ludwig cuts, I believe there is such thing as an RLSS promo copy. But I don't think there's really ever been one sold before. They believe that they existed because that would have been the first press. But I think that would be like a grail of grail. But I believe there is such thing as a Robert Ludwig white label promo for Led Zeppelin 2. That would be an incredible find. I know there's promo copies of Led Zeppelin 2, but I believe, according to Discog, there is such thing as a Robert Ludwig promo, but I don't know if it's ever really come up for sale. It said some people have them in their collection, but I don't know if they've ever really been an RL. That would be such a rare record and desirable. That would probably be top 1 or 2 Led Zeppelin records you could get. Wishbone Ash, Argus, VG Plus, $12.99. Does Traffic have Dear Mr. Fantasy? Yes, that is on this album. It's the Mr. Fantasy. This is a great album. Steve Winwood, classic 67, 68, 68. VG copy on that, $14.99. So Led Zeppelin, $270, $260, $275. John Young's at $300. A rock and roll alternative Atlanta rhythm section has So Into You on it. VG Plus, $12.99. Brady, if you don't want Traffic, if you pass, it happens to go to Jonathan Greer. He was second. Guy in shrink wrap featuring Groove Me, Teddy's Jam, I Like, Don't Clap, Just Dance. That's VG Plus, $29.99. And that's called Guy. VG Plus, $29.99. Brady says he'll take Traffic. Jonathan, you were second. Eric Clapton Was Here. That's a VG copy for $14.99. Eric Clapton Was Here. The Who, Magic Bus. VG Plus condition. There's some writing. Pat Tooley wrote his name on the back. Tough record to find in high grade. We had this record before in high grade one night. We sold it for like $195, I believe. It was in shrink wrap. The Who Magic Bus. That's a VG Plus copy, $24.99. Fred Carnell wants Wishbone Ash info. Argus is VG Plus, $12.99. Kind of a wicked cover. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it until one day. Got kind of looks like a Roman Centurion guard or something. But on the back, there's a UFO flying through the sky. So it's almost like futuristic. VG Plus, $12.99 on that. It's a gatefold, about a VG cover, has some writing on it. Next was Jonathan Greer on the Who. This is the Pat Tooley variant. That's the Pat Tooley cut of that one. Rare. That is so to Jonathan Greer. Rick James, Jody Ruffner. I saw that earlier. I forgot to answer. That's Fire It Up. Rick James, Fire It Up. $19.99, Mr. Jody. Atlanta Rhythm section has, yes, that has their major hit on it, I'm So Into You. That's sold to Brooks Valder. Sold. Fred Carnell also sold on Wishbone Ash. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Vader helmet there, doesn't it? Argus has a UFO. Let's see what the gatefold looks like. I don't know if I've paid it much attention, actually. It's pictures of the band. Pictures of the band on the gatefold. That is sold to, never mind. He says, please put it back. So that is still available if anybody wants it. Update on Led Zeppelin. Everybody's got quiet. We've hit the $300 mark. Calvin, Jeff McMaster, and Brent Robley all still bidding. John Young is the high bidder at $300. John Young's the high bidder at $300. Let me grab a handful of CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All metal and hard rock. Mostly metal, though. Dio, Sacred Heart. VG Plus, $11.99. Dokken, From Conception, live, 1981. Rare early concert with 3 previously unreleased songs. $9.99 for Dokken. I don't think you can find that on vinyl. Dio, Evil or Divine, live in New York City. EX Condition, $14.99. Here's a Bruce Dickinson I've never seen before. Tyranny of Souls, Bruce Dickinson is $9.99. And Desperado, Ace Desperado, VG Plus $16.99. Paul has the noted rare. D. Snyder, Bernie Tormay, Mark Russell, and Clive Burr. Ace. Paul also, he's watching. He says, Wishbone Ash is an awesome record. Now somebody has to buy it. If Paul recommends it, you have to buy it. First to the Dawkins CD is Calvin Ward. So that means Paul to stay around and start recommending a lot more records. Dawkins is sold to Calvin Ward. Robert Johnson was second. Clay Moore was third. Joe Sloop first on the Bruce Dickinson. Led Zeppelin 310. Calvin says he's out. Jeffson at 310. Johns at 325. Ryan Anderson is going to take the Wishbone Ash. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. I'll put that there. That leaves Ace, Desperado, Dio, and Dio. Those were $11, $14, and $16.99. Really good CDs tonight. We've sold a lot so far. There's a handful of CDs. Let me see. I don't know if really the rest of the 45s I had ready. Do I have an open slot for auction? I do. I do have some more Journey 45s. Paul will tell you the back is loaded with 45s. I mean, I've been bringing up handfuls for 2 nights now, and it's just been insane what I've found. So let me go ahead and show this next lot, which is going to be an auction. We have Journey. We have, I think they're all promos. Let's start with the picture sleeves first. Journey, Girl Can't Help It, from Raised on Radio. That's a white label promo. This is going to be a $20 start. $20 start. Journey, Girl Can't Help It. White label promo with picture sleeve. Very cool. Separate Ways. Separate Ways. White label promo from Frontiers. White label promo from Frontiers. Then I've got 2 more promo copies in the Columbia Company sleeves. Still They Ride. That's a double-sided promo. And I'll Be Alright Without You, the album version. That's another double-sided promo. I had a feeling Calvin was going to bid. He's in at $20 on the Journey lot. That's Girl Can't Help It, Separate Ways, Still They Ride, and I'll Be Alright Without You. All 4 of those is a $20 start. Led Zeppelin 310, 325 with John Young. Back to the crate. We hadn't finished this. This is all new arrivals here. Booker T and the MGs. And now Booker T and the MGs with Steve Cropper on guitar. That's a 66 stereo. I was about to say, not a bad looking jacket. It's not. It does have a little bit of a seam crackle down here, but these jackets are usually trashed. That's VG Plus $26.99. $26.99 on that. Paul sold the Wishbone Ash to me. So thank you, Paul. Paul, I just need you to recommend every album in the crate. If you do that for us, hopefully we'll sell everything in there. Brent Robley gets Booker T. High bid on Journey's $20. Do we still have a pack of sleeves? We do. Brooks Falter needs a pack of outer sleeves. A pack of 100 is $29.99. $29.99. Do you have the Brothers Johnson? I'm sure I do. I have no idea what's in this crate, though. I have no idea what I'm about to show. This is a Van McCoy record. Rhythms of the World. Van McCoy is VG Plus, $9.99. Steve Kahn, The Blue Man, EX, $11.99. Steve Kahn, The Blue Man, EX, $11.99. This is, boy, that's tough to read. It is Guna Songs, J-U-N or Gunna Songs maybe. That is EX $12.99. Hendry's in on the Journey at $21. Hendry says, I'm in on the Journey lot. He's at $21 on those. $21. I wish I would have got even more. Y'all are wiping out my 45 lots. I get whole boxes full, and then before I know it, they're all gone. They're obliterated. Let's see. I didn't get enough ready, but I still got quite a few over here. But let me pull out a few more. 1, 2. Let's see here. 1, 2. And I might just have to wait and resume more on Monday. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. Interesting. A couple here I don't really see too often. I know I pre-screened them all in check condition. I just don't have them like sorted really good yet. All right, so Brent got that. Journey 21. Led Zeppelin's at 335. Desperado CD. Desperado Ace. That was VG Plus $16.99. VG Plus $16.99. Looks very nice. I got to get Paul's grading definitions on CDs. I don't have those down. I don't know how he grades the CDs and prices them, but I got to get those figured out. So David Polkey said sold on that. So the Desperado CD sold to David Polkey. Journey's back in at 24. Hendry, you're out. We're at 350 on Led Zeppelin. 350 on Led Zeppelin. This is Gunna Songs. Junha. Gunna Songs. EX 1299. The Essential Billie Holiday Carnegie Hall concert recorded live. EX 2499. We still got 3 different bidders on Led Zeppelin, by the way. EX, I don't think we're nowhere near done on that record. The Essential Billie Holiday, EX condition, $24.99. Sold very quickly to Lisa Montgomery. John Young's at 400 on Led Zeppelin. That is a superb copy. I'm starting to get a little nauseous because I'm like, when am I ever going to see one of these again? Queen, A Day at the Races. My head's I'm starting to get like dizzy. I may be a little hungry too. Queen, A Day at the Races. That's a VG copy for $21.99. I think y'all know I'm a Led Zeppelin fan. That's the first band that I heard and I was like, whoa. VG, $22.99. Green label, Van Morrison Moondance. Van Morrison Moondance. VG, $22.99. That was one of the first CDs I bought. Led Zeppelin 2. First record I had on album, but it was, for me, I used to like buying CDs too. Back when Walmart actually had a selection. I bought Song Remains the Same on CD at Walmart, and it wasn't cheap. It was like $30-something. But I like collecting music for sure. I still have all those. And man, that's a nice one. Journey's at 25 with Hendry. John Smetzer first on Van Morrison. Brady was second. Jonathan was third. Shakedown was fourth. Casey wants Queen and Moondance. Casey, we've already sold Moondance, but we have Queen, and I will sell that to you. Nick, you were sixth on Van Morrison. Journey 26, Journey 28. I got a few more 45s here. I got a promo mono copy. A promo mono copy. Is this the original company sleeve too? I think it is. Maybe. I'm not for sure. Far Out. It's an interesting company sleeve. But this is War, The World is a Ghetto. Promo copy. $6.99. It's on a Far Out company sleeve. I don't think that's accurate though because it's on United Artists. Wang Chung, To Live and Die in L.A. Picture sleeve. Wang Chung. A promotion copy, not for sale. Wang Chung. $6.99. Superstar. I think this is Murray Head. Superstar on Decca. Is this the Andrew Lloyd Webber? John 1941. Let me make sure this is the right deal in here. And Superstar. Yeah, Murray Head, Superstar, and Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's a picture sleeve. A yellow Decca promo copy. That is promo, isn't it? Yeah, promotional, not for sale. Superstar, $6.99. Perfect. I Sweat, Going Through the Motions, performed by Nona Hendryx, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Perfect. And that's $6.99. So that's Sweat. And that's a promo copy. Nona Hendryx, I Sweat, $6.99. Don Henley. Never seen this before. Don Henley. This is The Last Worthless Evening from 1989. That is $6.99. And I believe that's a promo as well. Don Henley, $6.99. Last Worthless Evening. Okay, so we had lots of people on Van Morrison. Journey's at 28 with Hendry. Journey is at 28 with Hendry. Brent bid 405 on Led Zeppelin. John Young says he's out for now. Jeff McMaster wanted War, then I think he's going to pass. Calvin's at 30 on the Journey 45s. Hendry's out on Journey. Nick Bargeron wants the Don Henley, $6.99. Jeff says he will take the War. So these are $6.99. Tanner Don Henley is sold to Nick. Jeff got that for $6.99. That leaves Wang Chung, To Live and Die in L.A. That was a promo copy. Jesus Christ Superstar and I Sweat, Nona Hendryx, which was from the movie Perfect with Jamie Lee Curtis. Those are all picture sleeves, $6.99. Led Zeppelin's at 411. We're officially downhill to an air horn. We might get to the 500 mark on this baby because it is a nice copy. We're going to listen to this tonight. I can't wait to clean it and play it. I'm kind of excited because this is a nice copy of Led Zeppelin 2. We don't let them come through before we sell them, before we ship them out. The Who's Next? EX copy, $32.99. The Who's Next. This is on Decca. EX condition $32.99. The Who's Next. We have Neil Young, Crazy Horse, Live Rust, VG Plus $26.99. VG Plus $26.99. Neil Young's Live Rust. VG Plus $26.99. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. Frank Zappa is a VG Plus $27.99. This is a 69 Pitman press. Jacket has some issues. It has some seam splits. VG Plus $27.99. Final call on the Journey 45s. One more look at both of our auctions. This was Journey, Girl Can't Help It, Journey Frontiers, or Journey Separate Ways from Frontiers. Still They Ride and I'll Be All Right Without You. Those are all promo copies. White label promos, near mint. 2 of them in company sleeves, 2 of them in picture sleeves. Final call on those for $30. Now, since we have lots of people still bidding on Led Zeppelin, or I should say 2 or 3, and we've had a couple questions, let me show you that one more time for anybody that's just joined us. First, Ryan Anderson gets Frank Zappa. One more time on Led Zeppelin. This is a 69 Monarch press of Led Zeppelin 2. It is not a Robert Ludwig cut, but this is one probably the nicest copies I've ever had come through here. 1969. The vinyl looks unplayed. The vinyl looks unplayed. This is super nice, and as soon as it's bought, I'm going to ultrasonically clean it tonight. Super nice. We have the cover is probably the biggest selling point. Not only does the vinyl look unplayed, have the original inner sleeve, the cover is in shrink wrap with the hype sticker on the front, and it has the track listing hype sticker on the back. The shrink wrap is very nice on it. Very nice 69 press Led Zeppelin 2. All right. All right, Led Zeppelin 420, Led Zeppelin 425, about to sell the Journey. I'm definitely going to play it. I think everybody trusts me to handle their records. We have to handle them anyway, so it'll be played on a very high-quality system, trust me. It'll be very loud. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise. This is EX 1799. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise, EX 1799. As long as Brent or Jeff or Calvin or John Young let me. Shane Devers, yeah, we've listened to your For Whom the Bell Tolls single 3 times now. I'm sorry, but it sounds incredible. Shane Devers, wait till you get that thing. It is incredible. John Renborn, The Lady and the Unicorn, EX 1299. John Renborn was a founding member of Pentangle. John has on the back, or Paul has on the back. VG Plus, $9.99 for the Thompson Twins. In the Name of Love, 88. This is a 12-inch single from the Thompson Twins. VG Plus, $9.99. Jesse Winchester is EX 1299. Led Zeppelin's at $425 with Brent Robley. $425 with Brent. Jeff is at $420. Roger McGuinn, Thunderbird. That's a white label promo, EX 1799. Tanner, these Journey promos are sold to Calvin Ward for $30. I forgot to end those. Those have just been casually laying over here. I've got a ZZ Top. Give me all your lovin'. All your hugs and kisses too. It's in a picture sleeve. Very nice vinyl, near mint minus. That's a stock copy. $7 start. $7 start. ZZ Top, give me all your lovin'. That's a $7 start. Journey, captured. VG Plus, $22.99. Journey, captured. VG Plus, $22.99. Our Man Flint, kind of a James Bond knockoff. Original motion picture score. VG Plus, $17.99. Jonathan Greer, First to Journey. Disney's Children's Favorites, Volume 1, VG $12.99. Wow, I've never seen this. Billy Idol, Don't Need a Gun. VG Plus, $9.99. 3-track maxi single. VG Plus, $9.99. Let's do a handful of CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more CDs. We have Mr. Cooper, Alice Cooper, Constrictor. Alice Cooper, Constrictor. VG Plus, $9.99. Dream Evil, The Book of Heavy Metal, EX $7.99. Dawkins, Dysfunctional, Docking is EX 799. Bruce Dickinson, Scream for Me Brazil. Scream for Me Brazil, Bruce Dickinson, VG Plus 699. And Dio, Holy Diver, VG Plus 1699. Holy Diver. I wish I could say it like he does. Okay, so I want to remind everybody, Jeff, I'm waiting for you to say in or out. Did Calvin, are you still bidding on Led Zeppelin, or did you say out? I know John Young said out. I hadn't seen a bid from Calvin in a while. He may have said out a long time ago. So I think it's down to Brent and Jeff. By the way, ZZ Top was 7, 8. Jonathan got Journey Tanner. ZZ Top 10, 10, 15. Craig Thomas first to Billy Idol. David Polkey second on Billy Idol. Joe Sloop wants the Bruce Dickinson CD. Did I get Van Morrison? Well, that was a long time ago. Van Morrison, I don't know who got that. John Smetzer? Who got Van Morrison earlier? I think it was John Smetzer, Brady Bell, Jonathan Greer, Shakedown, Nick. There was a bunch of people on that one. I don't think it was you. John Smetzer. Yeah, John Smetzer got it. Frank Zappa, Uncle Meat, EX 31.99. Paul put awesome. EX 31.99. 31.99. 31.99. Jeff is back in on Led Zeppelin at 430. So Led Zeppelin's at 430. ZZ Top, Give Me All Your Lovin'. Picture sleeve, Brady Bell has that for $15. Look, where's that ZZ Top? Look, where's that ZZ Top car at right now? I wonder who owns that. That's at $15. Is Live Rust the original press? Most likely. Yeah, I guess he reissued this album, but yeah, this is OG 79. It should be on just like a single tone. Yeah, this is OG. VG Plus condition, $26.99. Anybody else on these CDs? Alice Cooper Constrictor, Dream Evil, Dockin, and Dio Holy Diver. The Dockin's still available. Dysfunctional. EX $7.99. All right. Tanner, I think you have a visitor. Okay. Let's see here. Let me go through this one here. Billy Gibbons has that car and many more. I'd say so. I feel like I get this feeling he's a car guy. All right. Patty, all the CDs right now are sticker price, but later tonight we might make some bundle deals. But right now, they're sticker price as I go through them for the first time. And before that, Nick Bargeron claimed Dockin. So Nick got the Dockin CD. Billy has it in his garage. And John Young's backing on Led Zeppelin at $450. We got two bidders at $450. And I think we're good. I think we're good on that. We've been on this crate forever. Yeah, this is... crates are going to take a little longer tonight because we're auctioning some big stuff. We got CDs and 45s. And that's where we're at on there. So, okay. ZZ Top is on a final call. Brady Bell has it for $15. I'm about to sell it. Brady Bell has it for $15. That's the high bid. Final call on that. I'm going to run through these one more time. We're going to run through this one more time. And I'm going to go through a crate of some Buy It Now Best Offer. We're going to go ahead and go through some Buy It Now Best Offer stuff after this crate here. And I'm going to keep showing 45s and CDs. We have Bob Dylan Saved, $24.99 for Bob Dylan Saved. Annette's Beach Party, $34.99 for Annette's Beach Party. I still have Japanese stuff. Yeah, we're doing ZZ Top, or we're doing 45s, auctions, regular auctions, Japanese auctions, and CDs. So you're seeing a lot of merchandise, but maybe not as many LPs as we normally show. Frank Zappa, $34.99. This was the Bolero, $14.99. We did have a Back to the Future, but it's already sold. Dancing in Heaven, $9.99. That's a Mexican import. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, $19.99. Ernie Watts, Chariots of Fire, is $14.99. Clive Sarsdet, maybe. Clive is $9.99. ZZ Top's at $18. Stomu, this is Stomu Yamashita, maybe, $19.99. Bolero condition, Darren Davis, we have no condition notes on that. CBS Masterworks, and it looks like the vinyl is very clean, near mint minus. Brady's at 20 on ZZ Top. So the new high bidder on Led Zeppelin's $450 with Brent Robley. Brent has this at $450. He is the high bidder. John and Jeff, you're out. The Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. VG plus $17.99. Darren Davis says he'll take the Bolero. Sell that to Darren Davis. The Wizard of Oz is VG plus $19.99. John Young's at $465 on Led Zeppelin. Simon & Garfunkel, Bookends. Simon & Garfunkel is VG plus $17.99. That has the Mrs. Robinson hype sticker on it. Ivan Villavenicio takes the Sweet Dreams. That's owed to Ivan. Spirit is VG, $9.99. Nick Bargeron, you're out on ZZ Top. Brady Bell has it for $20. John Young's the new high bidder on Led Zeppelin at $465. VG, $9.99 for Spirit. And Guy is VG plus $29.99. Guys in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Eric Clapton was here. VG copy $14.99. Fire It Up, Rick James, $19.99 for Fire It Up, Rick James. Rhythms of the World, Van McCoy, VG plus $9.99. Steve Kahn, The Blue Man, EX $11.99. Gunna, Songs is EX $12.99. The Who, Who's Next, EX Condition $32.99. Original Decca, somebody needs to get this. It's one of the greatest classic rock albums of all time. I just posted a pre-order for 3 different versions of this album that's coming out in a couple months. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise, EX $17.99. John Renborn, The Lady and the Unicorn, EX $12.99, founding member from Pentangle. The Thompson Twins is VG plus $19.99. Nick Bargeron, let me know if you're in or out on ZZ Top. I'm about to sell it. With Jesse Winchester's EX $12.99. Jeff and Brent, let me know if you're in or out on Led Zeppelin. We're going to do a first call on that to John Young at $465. Roger McGuinn was EX $17.99, white label promo. Our Man Flint soundtrack, VG plus $17.99. Disney's Children's Favorites was VG $12.99. Uncle Meat, Frank Zappa, EX $31.99. And I still have Neil Young, Crazy Horse, Live Rust, VG plus $26.99. Let me do another handful of CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sorry if I'm talking a lot about Led Zeppelin. They are probably one of my favorite bands, and we do have a really important and incredible relic here of this mint copy and shrink wrap. So I probably am spending a lot of time on it, but the high bid is now $500. So sorry about that. I'm trying to get through more albums. I'm going to go through a Creative Buy It Now Best Offer in just a second, and we'll spend a lot of time on that. Try to balance it out with some vintage on sale. Def Leppard, High and Dry, VG plus $9.99. The Very Best of Deep Purple, VG plus $9.99, 15 tracks. Death Angel, Relentless Retribution, Death Angel, EX $9.99. Death Angel, Killing Season, $9.99. And Diamond Head, EX $14.99. Hey, Diamond Head, Am I Evil? That's some good stuff there. I listen to Diamond Head, EX $14.99. So Diamond Head, Death Angel, The Very Best of Deep Purple, and Def Leppard. Sherry Darnell wants Deep Purple. That is so to Sherry Darnell. I will put it right there. We have next Chris DiLorenzo on Killing Season by Death Angel. So Sherry got Deep Purple, Chris got Killing Season. And we have Diamond Head, Death Angel, and Def Leppard. Led Zeppelin's at $500. Brent is in. He officially has hit the air horn mark. I never did hear back from Nick Bargeron, so sell this to Brady Bell for $20. Brady Bell gets the ZZ Top 45 for $20. And we have Death Angel, Def Leppard, and Diamond Head, and that CD has Am I Evil on it, which I found out about Diamond Head after I heard that song by Metallica, Am I Evil, and I realized that was a cover. So, all right. Let's see. So now it's between Brent and Jeff. We're not done yet. We're not done on that. Jeff put LZAHX. What was LZAHX? That's cryptic. I'll figure out what that means. Let's see here. The label has MO. Yes, this is a, for who asked? Oh, Jerry. This is a 69 Monarch press. MO on the label. Big deal for a Led Zeppelin press. Monarchs are a desirable pressing. If it's a Robert Lugwood, that gets even better. And if you have any other 69 press, Monarchs are very desirable. On top of that, the vinyl's near mint minus. Looks pretty much mint. It has the original inner sleeve. It has hop stickers. It's in shrink wrap. It's a relic top copy. I've got a new Japanese auction for us. Rod Stewart, smaller. This is near mint and pristine Japanese for just a $35 start. Rod Stewart, smaller, $35 start. This is a Japanese pressing with Obi. Really nice copy. I don't think I've had this one as a standalone Rod Stewart album. Rod Stewart, this is near mint, minus, and pristine Japanese vinyl. And we have smaller with Obi, and it has the insert. Now, Jeff put Led Zeppelin AHX. I just don't know what that means. We'll find out maybe in a second. Rod Stewart's a $35 start. And that was sold for $20. I'm going to go do some stuff, buy it now, best offer. Buy it now, best offer. If you see the letters RL, we actually just found another Robert Lugwood in the back. We'll auction it next week. It's a pretty low grade. It's probably like VG minus. Let me step to the back first and get us a new crate of vinyl, though. All right, I found this crate. It was, I saw Allman Brothers and Alan Parsons project, so I figured it was worth going through on that. So maybe because I was walking to the back. Can y'all hear me good now? It's probably because I was walking to the back, but I'll go ahead and swap out. I was walking to the back, but I just got a new mic, so. He's bidding in crypto. I don't know if I want to take crypto. Led Zeppelin 515, Led Zeppelin 525. Let's see. And you're good, much better. Okay, so Led Zeppelin's at 525. We're going to go ahead and go through some buy it now, best offer. These are all buy it now, best offer. Where's that other Led Zeppelin he brought? Can I see that? I was going to show them some stuff on that label. Let's go ahead and go through these buy it now, best offer. This is the Allman Brothers, brothers and sisters. So these, you can buy it now or you can make your best offer. I will be very negotiable. I'm ready to empty some crates. Allman Brothers, brothers and sisters, VG plus condition, $24.99. I'm negotiable based on three things: how long we've had it, what the title is, and what the condition is. So if we've had it for a long time, it's not a great title and it's low grade, I'm probably much more flexible. But if we haven't had it for a long time, it's a great title and it's high grade, I'm probably not as flexible on it. That's what's going on with our buy it now, best offer. I really don't explain that too often, but this is a great title. It is check condition, and we haven't had it too long. So this one's kind of in the middle. We've had it just since July 20th, I believe. VG plus $24.99. This is the Allman Brothers, brothers and sisters. Argent in deep EX condition, $16.99. Argent in deep EX, $16.99. Argent all together now. This has their hit song Hold Your Head Up. Back-to-back Argents, that's a VG plus $14.99. The Allman Brothers, another Allman Brothers, this is VG Enlightened Robes, VG $9.99. The Who Live at Leeds, this has all the documents with it, with all 12 documents, VG plus $39.99. The Who Live at Leeds, and Out of Sight soundtrack. Out of Sight has Gary Lewis and the Playboys, the Turtles, Dobie Gray. That's VG plus $34.99. Jesse Coulter, VG plus $14.99. Also, Buku of Blues by Ringo Starr, VG plus $24.99. That's a gatefold on Apple. Buku of Blues. Sonny and Cher, The Beat Goes On, has a promo sticker on the front. EX condition, $17.99. So here is another Robert Lugwood that we just found in the back. And the dead wax, yeah, the SS is sometimes really hard to see. Like this one here, you have to hit the light just right. But this is RLSS, and this is a Lee Holko on side 2. But that's this is how they normally look. If you want a comparison, these jackets are pretty much from the same era. You can just kind of tell. Hold on a second. You can just kind of tell by the colors. Look, see how I was talking earlier about the vibrant colors. The one on the left's the one we're bidding on. The one on the right's the one we're bidding on. The one on the left is the RL we just found. Plus the vinyl's not even a comparison. The vinyl's not even a comparison. So this one, any writing? No, not on. No, I wasn't hiding any writing on that one. No writing on that one. So the other one, I put the Post-it note over some writing earlier. I almost forgot to mention it before I sold it. We'll auction that one next week. I'll clean it and get it sold to somebody. It's pretty beat up though. But sometimes they play a lot better than you think. Sometimes they play a lot better than you think, those RL cuts. Led Zeppelin 500, 550, 560, 575. Denise wants SC, which was Sonny and Cher. Chris Wood Sr. said he'd give 20 for the Allman Brothers. That's sold to Chris Wood Sr. We have Slaves. Slaves is VG Plus $14.99. Grady Tate with the Gary McFarland Orchestra, Bobby Scott's music for Slaves. That's VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. Rush, Permanent Waves. What's that doing in here? $39.99. No condition notes on the vinyl. The cover has some shelfware on it, it looks like. Has the original inner sleeve. $39.99. Rush, Permanent Waves. $39.99. The cover on that is about VG. We have the Moody Blues Octave. The Moody Blues is $14.99. There they are. It took a while. Took 2.5 hours, but there's our first Moody Blues record. And this is a UK pressing, it looks like. This is a UK pressing, Moody Blues Octave. It also has some has a braille strip on it, $14.99. Joe Walsh recorded live, $19.99 for Joe Walsh recorded live. You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind, $19.99 for Joe Walsh. We have John Waite. John Waite Rover's Return. John Waite Rover's Return, $14.99 on that. And Arlo Guthrie, $19.99 for Arlo Guthrie. Reprise, two-tone label. First, I'm going to make Rod Stewart a buy it now. Rod Stewart Smiler is a $35 buy it now if anybody wants in on that. The other buy it nows tonight so far, we had Rod Stewart Smiler. We had Huey Lewis 4. These are $35 buy it nows. We also had Grand Metal Live, and we had the Monkees Golden Story, which was a 2 LP compilation. Those were all $35 buy it nows. There's a couple there that I'm really surprised hadn't got gone yet. Those are all $35 buy it nows. So back at the top, we sold that. John says he's going to bed. He's had enough Led Zeppelin for the night. Jeff said, or Brent is out on Led Zeppelin. So that means Jeff McMaster has this for $575. Jeff McMaster has that for $575. That's a final call. That's a final call. Next question was condition live at Leeds. Live at Leeds, The Who is VG Plus and also a VG Plus jacket, $39.99. It has all 12 documents with it. Has all 12 original inserts. VG Plus $39.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Salute. Gordon Lightfoot is $19.99. And we have For Men Only by Faye Richmond. That is $36.99. $36.99. Pamela said 10 on Slaves. That was VG Plus $14.99. So go ahead and sell that to Pamela for 10. John Young's back in on Led Zeppelin for $600, even though he already said he was out for good. Never mind, he's back in at $600. Chris said he'd give $35 for The Who. Sell that to Chris D. Lorenzo. Jeff McMaster is at $610. And yes, this is she's completely nude. For Men Only by Faye Richmond. That is $36.99. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Head East, self-titled. Head East is $19.99. Head East, self-titled. And this is Winder K. Frog, Out of the Frying Pan. Winder K. Frog. Well, that's making me very hungry. I don't know what all that is, but it looks kind of good. This is $24.99. Winder K. Frog, Out of the Frying Pan. Black Sabbath 10. I don't think there's a Black Sabbath album in here. I have not shown a Black Sabbath album. Sammy John's Chevy Van, $14.99. $14.99 for Sammy John's Chevy Van. Mike Oldfield, 5 Miles Out, $14.99. The Early Beatles. This is on Apple, $29.99. The Early Beatles, $29.99. That's on Apple. The Beatles, the Early Beatles. Dennis Yost and the Classic Four, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Donovan, the Hurdy-Gurdy Man, $19.99. Great album. That's a very clean copy. It's an Orange Epic label, $19.99. Luke Mitchell said 15 on Ringo's Rotogravure. Let me figure out what I've got on Ringo's Rotogravier. What happened to Ringo? He was back here. Luke Mitchell, that would be $20 if you want that one on Ringo's Boku of Blues. Elvis is $200, $199.99. Elvis, Aloha from Hawaii via satellite with rare hop stickers, $19.99, or I should say with rare hop sticker. Elvis is $199.99. B-52s, Mesopotamia, $24.99. Jeff McMaster bid $640 on Led Zeppelin. John Young said an explicit word in the comments. I'm just narrating what I'm seeing. Santana 3 is $16.99. Santana 3, that is $16.99. And Dean Martin, a radio station sampler, $29.99. Dean Martin, radio station sampler. That is a mono reprise. That's an early promo sampler from Dean Martin. It's got a lot of music on it. As in, I think, 12 songs. Or is that 12 songs on each side? No, it's 6 and 6. It's the label, the same label on both sides, $29.99. John Young's back in on Led Zeppelin at $650. New Colony 6, Colonization, $19.99. Jeff Masters back in at $660. Let me put up, let me show 5 more CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me do 5 more CDs right quick. We have The Cult, Sonic Temple. The Cult is EX, $12.99. Elf is $9.99. That's Ronnie James Dio, early Dio in Elf, $9.99. The Cult, Elf. We have, it's VG Plus $5.99. Electric Boys, Groovus Maximus. Every Mother's Nightmare, VG Plus $14.99. Every Mother's Nightmare. And Evergrey, Monday Morning Apocalypse. Evergrey, Monday Morning Apocalypse, VG Plus $4.99. So Led Zeppelin $660. Patty Anderson Williams first on Elf. Tommy Flowers was second. Chris Wood Sr. was third. That leaves The Cult, Electric Boys, Every Mother's Nightmare, and Evergrey. Those are all still available. Okay. Triumph, Never Surrender, $19.99. Triumph, Never Surrender. Original inner sleeve, near mint, $19.99. I'm surprised that did not get sold already. Why couldn't Jeff McMaster been out to dinner already? Chris DiLorenzo put Evergrey. That is sold to Chris DiLorenzo. That was the next CD. That's sold to Chris. Ringo was VG Plus on the vinyl and about a VG Plus jacket. John Young's back in on Led Zeppelin $675. Does Dean Martin have Ain't It That a Kick in the Head? Let's see here. Dean Martin, like I said, it's a promo label. There's promo markings, promo label on both sides. No, those are the credits. Everybody loves somebody. The door's still open to my heart. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You'll always be the one I love. Send me the pillow you dream on. Remember me. I'm the one who loves you. We have Houston, I Will. Somewhere there's a someone. Come running back. It just happened that way. Nobody's baby again. Dean Martin's $29.99. White label promo. So $675 on Led Zeppelin. Jeffrey DeLong takes the Triumph. $699 on Led Zeppelin. That's it. I'm calling Uncle Congrats Jeff. We're at $699. PJ Proby, Nikki Hokey, $9.99. I'm just going to let Led Zeppelin sit back there for like 60 seconds before I even say anything else. I'm going to go ahead and put up a new Japanese auction, which is going to be Little River Band with an alternate cover, time exposure. This is not the normal cover that's on the U.S. pressings. This is just going to be a $25 start. Little River Band time exposure. Just a $25 start on this. And this one has a little bit different cover. This one has their faces on it. This has their faces on it. $25 start. $25 start. Little River Band time exposure. Near mint, minus, and pristine. It has the Japanese insert. It has the cover and obi. That's a $25 start for Little River Band time exposure. Maybe we'll get a little love for Little River Band sitting next to the monster of Led Zeppelin 2 back there. Brent has bid $700. How much is Dean Martin? I'm almost exhausted from this auction. We're going to have to wrap it up after this, and I'm going to have to go eat. $29.99 Dean Martin radio station sampler. Jake's over here like, how many times have you said Led Zeppelin tonight, Chad? Dean Martin, $29.99 radio station sampler. $29.99 on that. Price on Every Mother's Nightmare. The Every Mother's Nightmare CD. Every Mother's Nightmare CD was VG Plus $14.99. $14.99 on that. Yes, these are all, the records in here are buy it now best offer. I'm highly encouraging people to buy stuff in here or make offers. That's why I brought this crate up here. The Bermuda Jam. The Bermuda Jam is $19.99. Dionne Warwick Soulful, $9.99. The Delmore Brothers, Volume 1, Weary Lonesome Blues, $9.99. Andy McKay is $9.99. The Very Best of the Hollies, $19.99. The Very Best of the Hollies, $19.99. And The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary, $9.99. Jeff McMaster offered $13.99 for the Bermuda Jam. Go ahead and sell that to Jeff for $13.99. Brady said $23 on Dean Martin. We're going to go ahead and sell the radio station promo to Brady Bell for $23. Preston Rose is sold on the Delmore Brothers. Sell that to Preston Rose, the Delmore Brothers. Clay Moore says EMN sold. Every Mother's Nightmare. That was the CD. I'll put that right here, Tanner. Sell that to Clay Moore. Luke said he would give 18 for Ringo's Rotogravure. I'll go ahead and do 18 on it. Sell that to Luke Mitchell for $18. Jeff said thanks. He's at $710 on Led Zeppelin. New bid on Led Zeppelin while I'm showing a classic album here. The Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky with the original inner sleeve. $19.99. Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Near mint, inner sleeve, $19.99. Somebody don't even need to make an offer on that. Just go ahead and buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more CDs. Let's see what we have here. 5 more CDs. We have Jonathan Greer says he'll take the Alan Parsons Project. No offers on the ones from the previous bin. Not maybe till later. Just on these here. DBC Universe, $26.99. Rare thrash speed metal, unless maybe you increase your offer. If you increase your offer, then I might consider it. What do I have on that? $17.99. Rare thrash speed metal, DBC Universe, $26.99. Bruce Dickinson, Agent of Birth. There's another Bruce Dickinson, VG Plus, $6.99. The Cult Electric, VG Plus, $9.99. ESP, VG Plus, $22.99. Rare. I see Kulik. Enough's Enough, VG, $6.99. All right, so we pulled Alan Parsons. Jeff bid $710 on Led Zeppelin. Richard Group, you were second on Eye in the Sky. Brent says he's out on Led Zeppelin. We'll see if that holds true. Calvin Ward wants Enough's Enough. And Joe Sloop wants the Bruce Dickinson. Joe Sloop and Patty was second on Enough's Enough. That leaves, I see Singer, Kulik, Cochran, and Corby. Those are former members of KISS, right? Or one of them's a current member of KISS, right? VG Plus $22.99, ESP, The Cult Electric, and DBC. Some tough to get CDs there. This entire crate was buy it now best offer. I'm going to show these one more time. Very quickly, I'm just going to read titles. Before I do that, I think it's worth a final review on this Led Zeppelin record. And I don't think we got anything else Led Zeppelin to auction tonight, okay? So I'm going to talk about Led Zeppelin one more time and remind everybody what's going on. Jeff McMaster is the high bidder on this release at $710. $710. We're well beyond air horn territory. This is a 69 Monarch press of Led Zeppelin 2. The vinyl is beautiful. Near mint minus, I'll stand by that grade. It has an original Atlantic inner sleeve with it. But wait, there's more. Cover is immaculate. I've already showed you a color comparison on how bold and beautiful these colors are. It has the Whole Lot of Love hype sticker. There's another hype sticker on the back which reads off the track listings. It's in shrink wrap. It's pristine. High bid is $710. That's a final call. Final call. Not signed by John Bottom. I feel like we'd be north of 1,000 if that was the case. Okay, Karen wants to know the Peter, Paul, and Mary songs. This is the best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. It's their best songs. Blowing in the Wind, Leaving on a Jet Airplane, Too Much of Nothing, Puff the Magic Dragon, Lemon Tree for Loving Me, Stew Ball, Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, Early Morning Rain, If I Had a Hammer, 500 Miles, Day Is Done, I Dig Rock and Roll Music. You need this. It's $9.99. That is the best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Now, I'm going to read through these titles one more time. If you want price or information, please let me know. By the way, if anybody wants Little River Band, first come, first serve, $25 buy it now. It's open. Final call on Led Zeppelin 2, $710. Argent, In Deep. Argent, All Together Now. Allman Brothers Band, Enlightened Rogues. Out of Sight. Jesse Coulter. Rush, Permanent Waves. Moody Blues, Octave. Joe Walsh. We have 4 people wanting Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Ray offered $5. Peter, Paul, and Mary is sold to Karen Robbins at sticker price. Karen Robbins on Peter, Paul, and Mary. Tracy Miller, you were second. John Duran, third. Also, Jake, Little River Band is sold to Thomas Hujar for $25. I'm going to put that there. Thomas gets Little River Band for $25. Ray Toth, you were fourth on Peter, Paul, and Mary. Jonathan, there is an Allman Brothers album here. That was VG $9.99. That is sold to Jonathan Greer. Third and final call on Led Zeppelin 2 is $710. John Waite, Rover's Return. Arlo, Gordon Lightfoot, Salute. For Men Only, Head East. Winder K. Frog, Out of the Frying Pan. Sammy Johns, Mike Oldfield. The Early Beatles, Dennis Yost. Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Elvis was $200. I need to pull that out. I need to put that probably on eBay. B-52's Mesopotamia. Santana. New Colony 6. PJ Proby. Dionne Warwick. Andy McKay. And the very best of the Hollies. It's gone. Jake, I'm going to lay this right over here. This is sold to Jeff McMaster for $710. I'm going to lay it right over here in a air-controlled vault like they store the Declaration of Independence. Clay Moore says he wants the ESP CD. Clay Moore gets the ESP CD. Oh, I forgot the air horn. Jake already had it out for me. Thank you, Jake. Holy moly, I forgot the most important part. ESP, that's sold to Clay Moore. Ray Toff said he would give 7 for the Moody Blues. Who got Peter, Paul, and Mary earlier? Karen did, okay. Ray Toth on Moody Blues, $7. Was that Octave? Let me see, Octave. Sell that to him for $7. I'll lay that right there. $7, Ray Toth. All right. Holly songs, how much for the Hollies? Bus Stop. You need nothing else. Look Through Any Window. Stop, Stop, Stop. On a Carousel. Pay You Back with Interest. Those are all the very best of the Hollies. $19.99 on that, Karen. Turn it up. I will play it so loud you can hear it from Florida. Okay. As practice, anytime we sell a record for more than $500, we have to congratulate the winning bidder. I personally thank you, and we blow this boat horn. This is an air horn, okay? 3 5 ounces of compact air. Right into the camera. Thank you, Jake. Moose, is that your first air horn? Yes. That's Moose's first air horn. He just looked at me like, are you crazy? Yeah, Moose needs an air horn for his poster. Let me say that one more time. Moose bought an Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not going to say what it is. He bought an Ozzy Osbourne album or item. It's not an album. He bought an Ozzy Osbourne item a couple weeks ago for $1,000. This is for Moose. Just a little one, Moose. That thing's low on air. It's about gone. I got to order another one on Amazon. We have blown the heck out of that in the last few months. It is gone. Okay, let's see. Pass on Hollies. Did anybody want the Hollies? Who asked about it? Karen asked about it. Scott asked second. I'll see if Karen wants it or wants to make an offer on it. Whew. Boy, I feel like that was an exhausting auction. Y'all got y'all's money's worth out of that one. I mean, Tanner's left. He had to go get food. Let me go to the back and get another crate of buy it now best offer. Yeah, Tanner just left. He's like, man, he walked out the door. He said, I can't take much more of this. Karen says, I want it. Karen, that's so do you. Karen, I don't know if I've given you first-time buyer instructions, but Karen, make sure you send our Facebook page a message. So if you're a first-time buyer, you may have bought something last night, though. But if you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page, okay? I need to make sure we have your information. So, all right. Dogs just jumped for the air horn. Yeah, I usually wake up some animals with the air horn. Jeff hasn't had a cigarette since 75. Neil's looking for blue jug. For those of you who haven't been here for a while, how long has this show been going on? What was the final tally? Led Zeppelin sold for $710. New vinyl on sale. I don't know about that. When did the online show start? I think I started doing Facebook Lives, let's see, 2019. 2019, I started doing Facebook Live. I've been doing Facebook Live shows for 4 years. The last 2 years, I've done them like religiously. There for a while, we were having them and people were begging us to go live. It was like, when are you having another one of those live sales? It was that Dave Chappelle meme where he's got cocaine all over his face, and it's like, you got any more of those live auctions? People were sending me memes like that. And we used to have them like once a week. Could y'all imagine if we only did this once a week? Oh my gosh. Well, some of y'all would probably like that, but we used to only do this like once a week. So, all right, let's do some buy it now best offer. Buy it now best offer. Let's see what we have in here. I have no idea. I did a quick glance. I seen some good titles. I seen some stuff that I normally would have sold. So that's why I brought it up here. Jimmy Smith, Respect. The good thing is these are all buy it now best offer. Jimmy Smith, Respect, VG Plus $14.99. Jimmy Smith, Respect, VG Plus $14.99. Boston, self-titled. This is VG condition, $14.99. Boston, that's the original label. The vinyl is in VG condition, $14.99 for Boston self-titled debut. Teenage Guitars Go Civil War, Gloria Kennedy and her 3 electric guitars. EX condition, $59.99. EX condition, $59.99. Head East, Flat as a Pancake, VG condition, $9.99. There's a lot of writing. Somebody scribbled all over the back. VG, $9.99. Hamilton Camp, Here's to You. Hamilton Camp is EX, $19.99. And Chad and Jeremy Distant Shores. Chad and Jeremy Distant Shores, VG Plus $9.99. How many people were on the first show? Well, the first show was Coins and Knives. And then I started doing records. People knew we sold records locally. They were tuning in and wanting to buy records. So I started slipping in records. But mostly we had 50, 60 people. And then we started getting over 100. And then there for a while we started getting over 200. And we've been pretty consistent with that. But yeah, there for a while, 50 or 60 people was a lot. Arthur Conley, Sold Directions, EX $24.99. Arthur Conley, Sold Directions, EX $24.99. Chad and Jeremy. We also have Coming of an Age, the 5-man electrical band. This does not have signs on it. VG Plus $19.99. I remember we do shows on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yeah, that was our schedule, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Now it's Monday through Saturday. Introducing the Beau Brummels. a VG $14.99. Introducing the Beau Brummels VG $14.99. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming, EX Condition $32.99. I'm just waiting. If you see anything you want, don't hesitate to make an offer. I promise you can't insult me unless you say $1. Don Convey, Super Dude 1, VG Plus $19.99. And the Zachariah soundtrack, VG $9.99. Zachariah soundtrack has Country Joe and the Fish, James Gang, New York Rock and Roll Ensemble. Okay, the Fifth Dimension, I put this back here, but I didn't introduce what it was. This is the Fifth Dimension's greatest hits, the best of Fifth Dimension. This is a Japanese press, the best of Fifth Dimension. It's a $25 start. $25 start. It has the Japanese insert with it. It has a really nice cover with Obi. It's a $25 start. Scott, the only reason I'm going to sell you Head East is because it's a VG and it has some writing on it. But go ahead and sell that to Scott Westskittle for $5. Sold. Elton John, Caribou, VG Plus $17.99. VG Plus $17.99. Elton John, Caribou. Hit song, The Bitch Is Back. Another hit song, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. VG Plus $17.99 on Elton John. Marshall Tucker Band, Carolina Dreams. VG Plus $17.99. Glad it insult. That is not an insult. It's hard to insult me. VG Plus $17.99. And then if somebody's like really trying to insult me, I just block them and I never have to see them again. VG Plus $17.99. Let me show a few new CDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a few more CDs here. We have Ahmad Jamal. Wow, we got some jazz in here too. Ahmad Jamal, Blue Moon. That is $6.99. Ahmad Jamal, Blue Moon, $6.99. Jets at the Gate. Stan Jets Quartet live at the Village Gate, $14.99. Ahmad Jamal, A Quiet Time, $6.99. We have opposite of jazz. We have Evergrey, Solitude, Dominance, and Tragedy. Evergrey is VG Plus, $9.99. And Every Mother's Nightmare, Wake Up Screaming, VG Plus $7.99. Every Mother's Nightmare, Wake Up Screaming, VG Plus $7.99. Ahmad Jamal, Stan Jets, Ahmad Jamal, Evergrey, and Every Mother's Nightmare. Those are all still available if anybody wants them. All right, we got a lot more metal CDs. That was a random pocket of jazz that Paul priced for us. Earth, Wind, and Fire is a $25 start. We have, let's see there. Paul T says Soul Directions, 18. Let me figure out what that was. That was Arthur Conley. Sell that to Paul T for $18. Carol says, I would like to apologize. I said something about blocking people. Carol's apologizing. I'm not for sure what for. Fifth Dimension is a $25 buy it now. The Fifth Dimension is a $25 buy it now if anybody wants that. How do I pay? Karen, have you sent the Facebook page a message? Step 1, have you sent the Facebook page a message? If so, then we'll invoice you on Monday. We'll send you an invoice on Monday. She sent a message. Jake sent us a message too. You sent her a message too? Okay. You should have a message from us, but make sure you reply to it with your information. Carole King, Rhymes and Reasons, VG Plus, $9.99. Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks, Tangled Up in Blue, VG Plus condition, $24.99. Sunny Chris, Warm and Sunny, $9.99. All Day Thumbsucker, this is a compilation from the Blue Thumb label, $19.99. Ike and Tina, T-Rex, Love's on Here, Albert Collins, $19.99. $19.99. Fairport Convention, A Movable Feast, $19.99 for Fairport Convention. Cirrus, Coleman Hawkins, $19.99. Lee Konitz with Strings and Image, $29.99. Nat King Cole, Just One of Those Things, $9.99. Bing Crosby, Seasons, Bing Crosby's $9.99. The Who, this is a 2-in-1. Magic Bus and their debut album, My Generation, $39.99. So this is an MCA repackaging of these two albums. Boy, that's a tough one to get in high grade. $39.99. Magic Bus. Ray Toth said Kari King, $4. Barney Kessel, Shelly Mann, and Ray Brown, $34.99. Poll Winners 3. Poll Winners 3, $34.99. Rachel. It has that little dash over the A, but that is $19.99. I think Ray Toth is trying to make an offer on Carole King. Let me figure out what that one was. Ray Toth, this would be $8. You're halfway there. $8 on that one. Nick Bargeron said $6.99 on Bing Crosby. Sell that to Nick for $6.99. We have Les McCann, LTD, Plays the Truth. $19.99 on Les McCann, LTD. Bob Prescott presents Cartoons in Stereo. $14.99. $14.99. Karen's local. I saw Lebanon, Tennessee. Elvis, Burning Love, $9.99. Windmills of Your Mind, Bud Shank. Bud Shank, $9.99. Kataro, Astral Voyage. That is $19.99. And Jimmy Smith, Any Number Can Win. Jimmy Smith is $24.99. Any Number Can Win. G.E. Smith, In the World. G.E. Smith is $19.99. Spencer Davis and Peter Jameson, It's Been So Long, $14.99. We have John Entwistle from The Who. This says promotion copy, not for sale. Too Late to Hero and Dancing Master. That's $9.99. Ohio Players, Mr. Mean, $19.99. Michael Nesmith, Infinite Rider on the Big Dama, $19.99. Let's see here. Would like to say I'm sorry for messing up your sales and feed last night. I didn't think you did. I didn't know you did, but I'll take your apology. John Prine, The Best of John Prine, $49.99. When there's a lot of comments in the feed, I'm just looking for people putting John Prine, Carole King. I'm just looking for comments. I'm usually not even reading whatever conversations are going on. $49.99, The Best of John Prine. That has the original Atlantic or Atco inner sleeve with it. That's The Best of John Prine, $49.99. Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass, The Rolling Stones. 1974 UK, $34.99. $34.99. That's High Tide and Green Grass, The Best of the Rolling Stones, $34.99. I've already showed these CDs. No, I didn't. I didn't show these CDs. We have Evergrey, Torn, VG Plus $4.99. Electric Boys, Funko Metal Carpet Ride, VG Plus $5.99. Faith No More, The Real Thing, EX $9.99. Extreme, I've never seen that one before. I guess that's their debut. EX $14.99. And Evanescence, Anywhere But Home. Evanescence is $11.99. Shakedown wants Faith No More. Calvin Ward gets Extreme. So Faith No More and Extreme. I don't know if I've ever seen that on vinyl. So Faith No More and Extreme. Brent, you were second on Extreme. That leaves Evanescence, Electric Boys, and Evergrey. All those are still available. I'm going to finish up this crate, then go try to find us a new one. We haven't had a lot of activity in this one. Everybody's gotten sleepy on me after Led Zeppelin. I need to go find some either different titles or something very quickly. We have, where did we get to here? We got to the Stones. What, two great records, Big Hits, High Tide. We have The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells, Gatefold, Super Clean, $19.99. The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells. There's some great titles in here. Just waiting for some offers or people saying, I'll take them. Deep Purple, Shades of Deep Purple, 68 Terre Haute, $26.99. Shades of Deep Purple, $26.99. Can you show Sonny Chris again? Sure. Let me just figure out where it is. Sonny Chris was... Sonny Chris, Warm and Sunny, $9.99. It's on ABC Impulse. Deep Purple, $15. Brady, this would be $22. That would be $22 on Deep Purple. America's Greatest Country Stars, Live and in Person, $9.99. The Beau Brummels, Volume 2, VG $14.99. We have two other bids on Deep Purple, 10 and Deep Purple 20. I was at 22. Introducing the Beau Brummels Volume 1, VG $9.99. Eddie Money, self-titled, VG Plus $17.99. 2 Tickets to Paradise, VG Plus $17.99. Leaders of the Pack, Volume 1. Shangri-La's, Richie Valens, Bobby Fuller, Dale Shannon, $12.99. Brady Bell says I'll do 22. I'll give everybody a quick hint on our Buy It Now Best Offer. I'm probably not going to do 50% off on a lot of stuff. Mr. Ray Toth and other people. These are mostly like, when I say best offer, anywhere between 10 and 25% off maybe. But there's not many in here I'm going to do for half off, especially 60% off or 70% off. Leaders of the Pack is sold to John Duran. That's sold to John Duran. Tony Bennett, Who Can I Turn To? Tony Bennett is $9.99. Frank Sinatra, Try a Little Tenderness. I'm only saying that just so you might can get in a little bit better offer faster than somebody else. Frank Sinatra is $14.99. Curtis Blow, The Breaks, $24.99. Or if you want to be really fast, sometimes you might want to just go ahead and buy it. Def Leppard, Pyromania in shrink wrap. The cover's in shrink wrap. The vinyl is VG, $32.99. Dave Plunkett said he'd give 18 for Jimmy Smith. I think there's 2 in here, Dave. There's Any Number Can Win, and I think we had one called Respect. They're both, well, I'm assuming 18 would be for that one. So sell that to Dave Plunkett for 18. The other one's called Respect. It's VG Plus $14.99. Todd Rundgren, Back to the Bars. Todd Rundgren's $29.99. The Best of Straub's is $19.99. Best of Straub's. Grover Washington Jr., Wine Light. Wine Light is $9.99. Odetta at the Gate of Horn. Odetta is $34.99. Blackfoot Strikes featuring Train Train and Highway Song. EX Condition, $17.99. We have Armageddon, the album. VG Plus, $149.99. 2016 red vinyl. It's numbered. It's an audiophile pressing. Armageddon, the album. Aerosmith, Sean Colvin, Journey, Bon Jovi, Patti Smythe, Our Lady Peace, Chantal Crevizo, Trevor Rabin, Bob Seger, and ZZ Top. Denise Harrison on Blackfoot. That's sold to Denise Harrison. And the Steve Gibbons Band live. Any Road Up, Steve Gibbons Band, $14.99. Let's sell Ray Toth, Carole King for $7. That's more like it. $7 for Carole King. That was Rhymes and Reasons. Shoe Fly. Sell that to Ray Toth for $7. Ivan Villavenicio says he'll take the Armageddon. I can't believe no one bought it the first time around. That's sold to Ivan. Let me just clarify the price. That was a quick claim. Ivan, that was $149.99. $149.99. Not saying you didn't know that, but I just want to make sure you knew that was $150. Anybody else in this crate? Let me know. I'm going to show 5 more CDs. I haven't shown some 45s in a while. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more CDs. I got plenty more metal over here. Then I'll do a big recap at some point. I think some people are waiting for a buy it now. He says it's fine. Good. Jonathan said 24 on Deep Purple. Deep Purple was already sold for $22. Somebody, the first person, Brady offered 15. I said 22, and then he said he'll take it. So that was already sold to Brady Bell. Bernie said he'd give 9 for this Jimmy Smith. Go ahead and sell that to Bernie for $9. Next stack of CDs is Evergrey. Evergrey, A Night to Remember, VG Plus $6.99. Every Mother's Nightmare. Every Mother's Nightmare, VG Plus $7.99. The Four Horsemen, Nobody Said It Was Easy, VG $4.99. Foreigner Double Vision, EX $7.99. And Faster Pussycat. Rare Japanese import. I was about to say it's in Japanese. Rare Japanese import, VG Plus $34.99. Faster Pussycat, Japanese CD. Craig put S. Oh, he meant sold. He put doled, he meant sold. Jamie Butler wants the Four Horsemen. David Polkey, you were second. So Faster Pussycat, Foreigner, Every Mother's Nightmare, and Evergrey. We have a lot of Every Mother's Son, Every Mother's Nightmare. Who's Every Mother's Son? That's another band. That's a band from the 60s, I believe, Every Mother's Son. Let me do 5 more CDs right quick. We're getting to about 3 or 4 more handfuls. All right, we have Evergrey, The Atlantic. Evergrey, The Atlantic, VG Plus $12.99. EZO self-titled, $49.99. A 1991 Japanese import, $49.99 for EZO. Bruce Dickinson, The Chemical Wedding. Bruce Dickinson, VG $4.99. Goes to Hell, that's Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, VG Plus $9.99. And The Damned Things, Iron Classed, The damn things, iron E-class, maybe. There's an I in there, kind of throws me off. $5.99 on that. So Evergreat, Easy O, Bruce Dickinson, Alice Cooper, and the damn things. Alrighty, I'm gonna put those right here. All right, let me, David Polkey says he'll take this one. Let me go find us a new bin of Buy It Now Best Offer. We need a new bin of Buy It Now Best Offer. I'm not going to read the titles in here again. If you thought you saw something you want, please make an offer. I will sell them to you. But let me go find a new crate. I'm going to try to find, those have both been from July. Let me go see if I can find some stuff from like May, April, some old stuff, if it even is back here. Sorry, I had to do a little bit more digging to find some of these, but I was trying to find older dates because 1st of July wasn't too long ago. Those are pretty recent. Who got the Fifth Dimension? No one did. No one did. It's a $25 buy it now. $25 buy it now. Yeah, where's everybody watching from? Let's do that in the comments. Let everybody, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to find a few more 45s to show you. I think I do have a few more. Everybody can let us know where you're watching from. Did I sell all the auction stuff? No, I still got 2 more auction 45s. Blondie, Heart of Glass, and Alice Cooper. So I'll get those started in just a second. I will say this, I'm getting extremely hungry. I don't know if we need to stop here in a second and me go eat. Tanner got me some nuggets. I'll probably eat those, and I'll probably get something else maybe even later. But I kind of skipped on food to get here on time to start the show on time. But probably go, we'll probably go to as long as we need to. I don't know if we're going to go to 1:45 a.m. like we did the other night. That was pretty crazy. All right, let's go through a few more CDs. We have The Cult, Beyond Good and Evil. Never seen that before. The Cult, Beyond Good and Evil, VG $4.99. Dokken, Beast from the East. Dokken is EX $7.99. Dio, The Last in Line, EX $14.99. Cryonic Temple, Blood, Guts, and Glory. That's EX $12.99. And Cry of Love, Brother. Cry of Love is VG Plus $14.99. All right, so up at the top we have New Mexico, Ohio, New York, Florida, Mississippi, Down Yonder, Kentucky, Tennessee, Wisconsin. Sean Barnes is in Ottawa, Canada. Arizona, Vegas, San Antonio, Texas. PNW, was that a claim or was that a place? PNW, I'm not for sure. What is PNW? New Mexico, West Virginia, No power, sitting in my driveway. Sean's power went out. He had to go outside. It was storming here. I went to the back to get these records. I could feel the roof popping. Is it storming or about to storm maybe, Tanner? Not about to storm? Okay. It's like it's very windy outside. Let's see here. Joe Maynard's from the Borough. Clark Range, Florida, Georgia, Nashville, Georgia, Illinois, Washington, North Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Backwoods, Mississippi, Oregon. Karen says it's lightning. Karen says she's in Lebanon, so yeah, I think it's about the storm. Vicky's on Gornsville. We need to ask Jake's brother. Is Anthony live right now? California, Cincinnati, Sparta. Pacific Northwest. So he's up there in that part of the country. Gotcha. Pacific Northwest. No claim on these CDs. I didn't see any. That was The Cult, Doc and Dio, Blood, Guts, and Glory, and Cry of Love. If anybody wants those, they're still available. All right, our next two auctions, if nobody wants Earth, Wind, and Fire, or excuse me, the Fifth Dimension, if anybody wants the Fifth Dimension, it's a $25 buy it now. Fifth Dimension is a $25 buy it now. Our next two auctions are going to be $7 starts. This is Alice Cooper. Well, I just heard some thunder. It is thunder in here. Alice Cooper, School's Out. Alice Cooper, School's Out. That's about VG Plus or EX, original label, 1972, with the picture sleeve. I've never seen that picture sleeve. School's Out. It's about a VG picture sleeve. EX Plus on the vinyl. $7 start on Alice Cooper, School's Out. And Blondie, Heart of Glass. This one's cool. From Parallel Lines, Blondie, Heart of Glass. That's a $7 start. $7 start on Blondie. So those are both up for auction. Blondie, Heart of Glass, and Alice Cooper, School's Out. So this crate is all going to be buy it now, best offer. Buy it now, best offer. The Story of the Who, $39.99. This is a really cool compilation. I love the cover. They're blowing up a pinball machine. $39.99. It's a gatefold with pages, with pictures and information of the Who. It's a 2LP on Polydor. It's a German pressing, and it's a fantastic track lineup. Very, very good stuff. $39.99. That's The Story of the Who. Story of the Who. These are buy it now, best offer. That's $39.99. Sutherland Brothers and Quiver, Slipstring. Sutherland Brothers is in shrink wrap, $19.99. Chris DiLorenzo's at $20 on out. Also, I missed something else. Let me go back up to the top. Nick Bargeron wanted the Cult CD. Nick Bargeron wanted the Cult CD. So this was sold to Nick Bargeron, the Cult. Then Alice Cooper, we had 7, 8, 15, 17. Blondie, 7, and then 12. Alice Cooper, 20. Claymore wanted the Dawkins CD. That's sold to Claymore. Boy, thunder is shaking our building. Mongo Santa Maria, Red Hot. This is $19.99. Mongo Santa Maria, gatefold, Red Hot, $19.99. The Fools, World Dance Party, out of order. The Fools, World Dance Party, that's in shrink wrap, $14.99. $14.99. Ella Sings Broadway. Ella Sings Broadway is $24.99. I don't think that Cold album has ever been on vinyl, Bob. If it is, it's just an OG, and I'm sure that's very difficult to find. Ella Sings Broadway, $24.99. Ella Sings Broadway. The Music Machine, featuring Talk Talk. The Music Machine is a 1993. It does have some cover damage, $24.99. David, I will show the Japanese records that's left in 1 second. As soon as we wrap up these two auctions, which Chris DiLorenzo has the Alice Cooper for $20. That's going once, going twice. And Denise Harrison's at $16 on Blondie, Heart of Glass. Those are both going once, going twice. Argent, Nexus. Argent is $17.99. Diodato, Prelude. Also music from 2001 Space Odyssey. $19.99 on Diodato, Prelude. $19.99 on that. Where did I get to? Rod Stewart. I don't know if I've shown that before or not. Thomas offered $18 for MM, Music Machine. We're going to sell that to Thomas Hujar. I'm going to put that on top of the Dawkins CD. Rod Stewart, Footloose, not Footsie. Footloose and Fancy Free, $14.99 on Rod Stewart. So final call now on Alice Cooper for $20, and final call on Blondie for $16. Botman Turner Overdrive, Head On. BTO is at $14.99. Three Dog Night, Naturally. Three Dog Night is $19.99 for Three Dog Night Naturally, gatefold cover. Van Morrison, Into the Music. Van Morrison is $29.99 for Into the Music. $29.99 on Van Morrison. Spooky Tooth, You Broke My Heart, So I Busted Your Jaw. $24.99 for Spooky Tooth. You Broke My Heart, So I Busted Your Jaw. That's $24.99 for Spooky Tooth. REO Speedwagon, 9 Lives. $19.99 for REO Speedwagon, 9 Lives. That's $19.99. And Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. $24.99 for Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. It has the original inner sleeve and the 2-page insert. $24.99. Chris is out on Alice Cooper. Jesse's out on Blondie. Jonathan Greer wants Into the Music. No, this is not a comp. That's a original studio album. That is sold to Jonathan Greer. Let's go ahead and sell Alice Cooper then to Chris DiLorenzo for $20. And let's go ahead and sell Blondie to Denise Harrison for $16. Both of those are sold. Let me see. I'm going to read off what I have left in the Japanese bin. Stevie Wonder, The Secret Life of Plants. Big Brother and the Holden Company, Cheap Thrills. Mike Oldfield, QE2. Boz Scaggs, Middleman. Mother Goose, Nursery Rhymes. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. ABBA, Super Trooper. Burt Bacharach doing the Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid. This is, who is this? This is Mike Oldfield, The Singles. Van Halen, 1984. 88 nonstop hits from Jack Mix. Whitney Houston. The Beatles, 62 to 66. Shirley Bassey. Level 42. The Carpenters live in Japan. Banjo Man soundtrack. The Best of the Manhattan Transfer. That is what's in the Japanese bin. In our 45 bins, I've got a few more 45s to show. Let me do those right now. Let me do these right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a few more 6.9. These have not been shown. 6.99 45s. We have Susie Quattro, $6.99. The original owner put $30, promo issue only. It's $6.99. This is Susie Quattro, Keep a Knockin'. Double-sided promo, stereo mono, in the original Bell Company sleeve. $6.99 for Susie Quattro. Check this out. The theme from Jaws. Can you hear it in your head? The sharks are coming, or the shark is coming. $6.99, that's the theme from Jaws, MCA. John Williams, of course. Kenny Loggins, Footloose. Kenny Loggins, Footloose, $6.99. White label promo in picture sleeve from Footloose. Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love. In picture sleeve, Jackson Brown is a promotional copy, not for sale. Jeff McMaster gets the theme from Jaws. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. That leaves Susie Quattro, Keep a Rockin'. Kenny Loggins, Footloose, and Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love. Those are all $6.99 if anybody wants them. I'm going to put them right over here with the others. Jackson Brown, Susie Quattro, and the other ones. All right, we have Ray Stevens, The Feeling's Not Right Again. Ray Stevens is $9.99 for Ray Stevens, The Feeling's Not Right Again. Firefall, self-titled, $9.99. Living Ain't Living, No Way Out. Cinderella, You're the Woman. Firefall's $9.99. Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot, $19.99. Alan Parsons Project, I, Robot. This is very nice. Gatefold LP, and that's a very clean-looking copy, a classic. Featuring the hit single, I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. Am I way spaced out, or the word I direct to message you? If you go to our Facebook page, Collectco, if you click on Collectco, there should be a button at the top that says Message Us. $6.99 on Jaws. Brady Bell wants Alan Parsons Project. Brady Bell wants Alan Parsons Project. Okay, I didn't know when I was going to do it, but before I get too deep, and by the time I say this, I'm going to go ahead and take a break right now. I feel like I need to rejuvenate myself with some food and caffeine, because I feel like the rest of the night I'm going to do just on-sale crates and auctions. So if we're going to pause, now's the time to do it, so we can come back in exactly a half hour at 11 o'clock. I am extremely hungry. So I'm going to do that, come back at 11. It's Saturday night. Y'all have nothing else to do to come back and buy more records. And probably when we come back at 11, we'll either go for another hour or we'll go for another 2 hours, depending on who's on and how much are y'all willing to buy. But I'll go through more old crates. I might even dig up some surprise auctions. So we'll be back. Go find another Led Zeppelin 2. I promise we'll be back. You'll be in about a half hour. I'm going to replenish my drink. I don't think we've took a break. We haven't done a part 2 all week. I wasn't going to tonight, but my stomach is telling me otherwise. And we'll finish with this crate. The reason I grabbed this crate, I'll go ahead and show it because of the record on the front. Rest in peace, Randy Meisner. I know a lot of people's been asking for his stuff. That's EX, $9.99. I'll go ahead and show that now. But I knew we had a lot of Randy Meisner around here, so if anybody wants that, it's available. Okay, the store is open tomorrow. Yes, Ed will be here, 12 to 5. We'll be back in about a half hour. I think Tanner's brought me some Chick-fil-A back, so that motivated me to take a break for a second. We'll be back in a half hour. I might even have to go to Taco Bell, too. We'll see. See y'all.